Quite a lot happened last session, didn't we?
It's
Wait a
last
minute.
session
I need to redo
where
it. I only
we
got...
started in the hag's house.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Okay, so we started off basically making a deal with the elder hag. Sang
didn't get a
scooped
name
out one
again.
of his eyeballs. And what else happened? Naefir gave up his ability to see things really well.
Alertness.
Yep. And then Enthir almost gave away all of that as we were walking out the door.
Yep.
We got him cured of the curse, and we left the house on good terms. We managed to convince Ethel to come back with us to the
Eunice.
Raven Gaff. Eunice to come back with us to the Raven Gaff. And then she was imprisoned by the Raven Crone, and that was the last piece of the puzzle. We left, everyone was chuffed, and then we all started our downtime. Naefir went off for a little bit. I can't remember what you were doing.
His people needed him.
Yep. DJ got a boat together, and a few crew members started training them, kitting out the boat, and basically getting them ready to start making a bit of cash for the crew as fishermen. And then Enthir went off to see Colossus Bjorheim. And Colossus had a big scratchy gash on his arm. And he let us all know that he'd let a werewolf go loose accidentally. So Enthir was planning to try and wrangle this beast and bring it back for a hefty reward. And as far as I understand, that's where we left it.
Yeah.
Let me know if I missed anything.
Yeah, having met up with Colossus, he believes the werewolf is laying low within the village of Raw Hill, about 20 miles away from Solitude. The village has quite recently asked for support from the Jarl a few days ago due to a large number of wolf sightings and the deaths of many livestock. Knowing this is not the case and wanting to keep his blunder a bit of a secret from the Jarl, he's tasked you guys to deal with it quietly. Also, culling the increasing number of wolves would also help the village as well. What do you guys do?
Am I allowed to be in this, or am I still doing downtime?
No, I'd say like this is the day of you Enthir's come back and told you what's happened, and you are moments away from setting, or at least planning to travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to get some silvered arrows if there is anywhere that sells them.
Would you know
Yeah.
that that's necessary?
It depends whether he would have come across them in Elfland.
Norwood?
Yeah.
Well, Colossus would have told us surely, right, that what we're going up against and what it's weak against and stuff.
Because if he doesn't know the deal with werewolves, then because I was going to suggest something, but if he doesn't know, then yeah.
It'd be quite sort of, you're seasoned adventurers by now. You would know you'd have the knowledge that silver arrows would kill werewolves.
Cool. So we all know that silver is kind of something we're after.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna need something that's useful. So I would like to go and see the blacksmith and see if there are any silver weapons kind of for sale, or if I can find anything.
You also do have magical weapons that would be just as, or not quite as effective as silver weapons against a werewolf, but you'd at least be able to damage them.
Okay.
It's only the +1 though, isn't it?
No.
That's what I thought. I
No,
thought
it just means it doesn't get halved.
I thought werewolves were immune to everything that wasn't silver. Because does that mean
No.
about them not getting fire
Non-magical
damage?
silver weapons.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, sweet. Well, if we know that we're actually going to be able to do something about it, I guess we head out.
Would Enthir know about the sort of the whole transformation into a werewolf thing being magical in nature? Because we got those, what were they, manacles from,
I don't know.
Did you give them back?
I didn't give them back.
Okay.
He didn't ask
But
for them.
yeah, transforming into a werewolf wouldn't be magical in nature.
Okay, so that wouldn't really do much, would it?
I mean, there's still manacles,
Yeah,
but
I
like
know.
sticking
I was
manacles on
just,
someone.
yeah. I was just wondering, like, if I whacked them on, because it obviously negates magic, would they revert back into their original form, so to speak?
You don't
But
know.
if the transformation, yeah, fair enough. Well, either way, it's probably worth shackling it. Anyway.
16.
I want to see Enthir trying to get some manacles on a werewolf.
Nah, that's not my job. I'd rather
Okay.
not kill it because we're gonna need the money.
Do we know how big this thing is?
You haven't been given any information like that.
Have we ever come across them before?
I don't think you would have fought werewolves before. I don't know.
In terms of the campaign, I'm pretty sure we haven't fought werewolves before.
Closest would be Colossus, wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, and Colossus was a big dude as he was, and he
Yeah.
was a werebear, so potentially even larger.
So it's gonna be probably a fair bit smaller than Colossus when he transformed.
Maybe. I think he would have heard about werewolves. The likelihood of you having fought one would be quite minimal. If you want to know about the size of them, or try and find about the size of them, you could probably go to the local library and investigate if you feel like that would be worth your time.
Well, I'm just wondering even if these manacles are going to fit on the werewolf, and I don't want to get there holding these manacles and be like, ah. So we need multiple plans to subdue this creature. I'm going to go with a normal net is probably not going to work.
Yeah, I think
Can
Enthir
we
would
get like any rope
probably.
imbued with silver?
Silver thread.
Yeah, something like that.
Can I go to a local apothecary and tell him that I need a really strong tranquilizer?
I think you could, but time being of the essence, the likelihood that an apothecary or any alchemist that would have a tranquilizer strong enough to like knock out a werewolf would be quite unlikely. So it would take a bit of time to. You're more than welcome to.
A fair comment.
Can,
Timing wise, it's
Okay, well, let's
more of a
go
time
get
sensitive.
can I
it
go
done.
to blacksmith and buy some silver thread then? Or like enough to like tie it down?
Yeah.
As long as we cut it and then get the silver in the cut, surely that'd weaken it. At least try that.
Does silver work like kryptonite, or is it just like?
It kills Superman as well.
I meant, does it make them weak, or is it like if you bound something in silver, would it just still be able to break out because it's strong, or does it weaken it?
It.
The elvish rope.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
I reckon,
what you guys think. I think it. I don't think it'd. Yeah, maybe.
I was thinking more
I think it'd be
1/6
similar to like a
to keep
vampire
it
holding a
down.
cross.
Yeah.
It would at least weaken its sort of like unreal strength.
Yeah.
As a
We'd have to buy
werewolf, they'd
silver
probably still
cage.
be strong.
Yeah.
But they'd be not have like the supernatural strength they would like normally have.
So just the strength of a really, really strong wolf.
Yeah,
Than
probably.
a superhuman
Love it.
wolf. It's like fighting Batman instead of Superman. Cool.
Well, I think to help out our man Colossus, let's get whatever we need and bounce out. Do we have like a location, or are we still kind of searching?
It was the town of Raw Hill.
Was that the town that Tia went to learn blacksmithing?
It was not. That was a town called Fartoft, and it was about a
Right.
day's travel away. This was a little bit less.
Okay.
He has also said there was a farmer that is sort of like the head of the small town and basically this farm surrounds most of the town. It's a large farmstead, and it is run by an old woman by the name of Katla.
Okay.
Cuddler.
Are we gonna take-
Katla, as in Katla's farm.
Are we going to take horses, or is this a half a day's travel on foot?
It's
I
about
mean,
half a day's travel on
we've
foot.
got the bird.
We have got the bird. I've just remembered.
How we
Okay.
getting this werewolf back?
Bird can
Well-
carry it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, the bird can carry you 4 guys
Because I don't want it to kick off in mid-flight.
just about at its normal speed.
It's a
If you
flight
carry
risk.
like anything else or much else, it would be above its weight capacity, so it has to travel at half pace.
I'm not there anyway. There's only them three.
Yeah, so it's about an hour and a bit there. On the way back, if you're carrying a werewolf, probably.
Yeah, Naefir's not with us.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, fair enough.
Has this bird got massive like talons or claws or whatever? Or just
I was
carry it?
under the impression that it would carry the werewolf in its claws.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I don't
still,
want anything
like its
back.
carrying capacity is 500
Yeah,
pounds
but
or
what I mean
1,000
is it could just
pounds.
kick
Yeah.
off. We
But
want
yeah,
to fight
yeah.
on the back of a bird flying.
You don't want an epic bird fight?
Actually, yeah, it does sound quite fun.
I mean, I don't really know how archery would work flying through the air.
You'd have to fly. You'd use your teleport.
Oh, I'd
arrows
have
and-
to use my fucking sword when I.
No,
Okay.
teleport into midair.
Can we?
That's
can we
not how
turn-
the bow works.
Can we turn this werewolf back into a human and carry him or her back in human form? Because it's going to be way easier than carrying a snarling beast.
That's probably
But
possible.
they just return by
Yeah.
themselves. I thought.
Yeah, like
I've
knocking the
forgotten
werewolf
the name
out
of
would also
the
work.
homesteader. Could I get that again? Sorry.
It was Raw Hill, Rawhill.
Oh,
And Katla's farm.
How much was this rope? Because I'll take out my gold.
It would be quite expensive.
That's alright. I think.
Um, as in like a few hundred gold.
Yeah. But I'll take 200
Um,
off, really, or...
You just sell
10
it back
pieces of
after.
ammunition for a silver weapon is 100 gold pieces. The amount for a silver rope, say you got like 20, 30 feet of it,
Yeah,
probably be about 300 gold.
I'll buy that.
Cool.
I've taken it off.
Yeah, I'll say 300 gold. It'd be enough for about 20-foot length of rope.
Cool.
Enough to tie up a creature.
You should wrangle this thing, Dean. and ride
Yeehaw.
on the back.
Yeah, we could just fly quite low and just like walk it back.
I'd love to see Sanguinius on the back of a giant bird, cowboy style. Just
All we
lasso
need
in
is
this
like 50 dead
silver rope.
horses just to like lure it back.
Just like, oh, a piece of candy. How many horses can we buy?
Be cheaper than the rope.
Let's go to the orphanage and use kids.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's fly over to Catalyst Farm. Let's find it on the map, or get Colossus to show us where it is on the map if he's still around.
Mhm.
And then let's make haste.
Yeah,
What kind
Catalyst
of time
Farm's
of
to
day
the
is it?
southeast of Solitude.
Is it day or night currently?
Currently, it is. By the time you've collected everything and are about to head out, it's probably about midday.
All right, let's go.
All right.
While we're flying, we're gonna get some apple crumble. So back in a sec.
I would like to maybe fly low and see if we can
Mhm.
see any signs of distress or any blooded corpses lying around on the way, just to see if we have any inclination of where this beast is going to be.
So, have a look. As you're sort of like traveling low down, you would travel through and basically just clip the edge of a wood. Sort of like to the west of the town itself is or it'd be to your east, is like a wooded area, maybe a couple of 100 acres.
All right, that sounds like the kind of place a werewolf would hide.
100-acre woods.
Mm.
We're gonna find a yellow bear.
Yep,
It's Christopher Robin.
it's a yellow werebear and a were
We don't need
tiger
any
and a
more
were bunny.
We don't need any more yellow creatures.
Where donkey.
Or an owl bear.
He's very depressed.
Oh, this Fanta's hitting the spot.
So, are you wanting to drop down into the woods?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye out. Look for anything suspicious, any broken trees or twigs or any kind of inclination something big has run through.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
I'm back.
Let's go. That is a 26.
Oof.
26. From where you are, like just soaring over, you would see there are sort of things where something could have moved through. Like a large creature could have moved through. To actually get a good look, you would have to descend down. I'd say there's bits of sort of like branches within the canopy that have sort of been snapped off and moved, maybe about 10 or so feet high from the ground. Apart from that, there's not much else currently that you could
Canopy
see
that's
as you're just
been
soaring above.
Okay. Well, in that case, then, I think I see something. I think we should go down and take a closer look.
Well, you're the pilot.
I dig my heels into the albatross and command it to descend.
Oh.
Right,
No,
so
don't use
it
command. It never
finds
works.
the it finds like a place that it could possibly land,
Cool.
and descends, drops you guys off, and then spins its body around, turns back into a feather. Also, I only realized the other day that your feather token is only a single-use item, but because you
Oh.
don't have teleport or any other magical items, you can have a free ride.
Loves the taxi service.
But let's say it's just your quick travel item.
Thank you, Mr. DM. If we need to nerf this albatross, like it gets smaller every time we use it or something.
I mean,
It uses a bit
because
more
none of you are
energy.
spellcasters, there's no way for you to travel quickly around the world other than horses. And by 10th level, you should be able to at least travel quickly through quite a few places.
I think this is a good like in between as well because it allows you to throw in encounters as we travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather
That's the
than
thing,
just
like,
oh, you're
it's-
here and now you're over here. So it's like oh, there's a
Yeah,
whole
it's-
bit that's skipped.
Yeah, it's not a creature that's like it's not invulnerable. So unless you're flying really high in the air, which still there are flying creatures that will probably attack you.
Well,
Ones
not
that
only
are
that,
pretty stupid, but
it's not used as a weapon either. It's just a mode
exactly,
of
it doesn't
transport.
work as a weapon. And
Well, I was
if it dies or it gets killed, you guys fall to your deaths.
Yeah, it's going to be scary if we come across a dragon.
Sam, can you
So you-
use haste on the albatross?
Couldn't use it on myself, unfortunately. I tried to do it last session. But it's just for me.
All right. Well,
It
we've
only lasts for a
descended.
minute as well, and you become
Exhausted.
incapacitated for a round. So it can move at twice its speed for
And
a minute, and then it
falls out
drops to the ground.
while we're all on it.
Yeah,
We
it only
need
falls
to
for 6
fly
seconds.
So high.
Yeah,
we
but I
need to
think on your
fly so
turn,
high that it
as
can-
soon as you fall off something, you descend 500 feet, and then at the start of your next turn, you descend 500 feet. Or something like that, anyway.
Okay. Well, let's not haste it then.
E-
Just
Let's
keep
not be
hasting it so
hasty.
it can never run out of energy.
Is it?
No
I
doubt.
thought yours was like a one-day thing.
Yeah. Just everyone get one.
He does it at 11:59.
I'll just do it once and never again. It lasts for ages.
Okay, so what do we see? We're on ground level. I want to inspect all this
Funkiness.
this damage.
Right. So as you go down, like underneath the canopy, and walk back to the sort of area that it didn't look as if like something had sort of like ripped everything out of the area. There was like a gap within the branches that looked like something large had come through at some point. Coming down, can you make me a investigation check as well?
Mm-hmm. Investigation -1. That is a 4.
4. Yeah, so as you're looking around this sort of like large tree area, there's like bits of twigs and things that have been pulled off. Like a large branch that's been knocked down. having a look around, you don't see any like identifying marks that at least a werewolf has come through here. Like you'd think around the rest of the area there'd be claw marks on everywhere else, but it looks to be like maybe 2 or 3 branches that have been knocked down, as if something had maybe fallen out of the sky or ripped some of these branches down for some use at some point.
Right. Okay.
Is it literally just located to that area, or is there sort of anywhere, like, is there sort of like a trail?
As far as Dar-Jee had basically dragged you all around to, it was localized in a small area.
Okay.
But actually getting down onto the ground, up at the top, it was like there seems to be some form of past commotion here. Getting down onto the ground, it looks like it was quite a like more of a solitary thing
Yeah,
happening.
so it looks like something probably just like, yeah.
Yeah, maybe like I'd say like a 30 to 40 foot area. There's just like a lot of things that have been ripped down, but like moving onwards, going past either side, you couldn't really see much else.
Okay. Is that, would Enthir be able to have a look?
DJ was the one doing the investigating, so
Fair enough.
it was his turn to do that.
DJ's like, look at this twig.
Otherwise, we just
and this
stockpile
twig.
skills until someone
So
Someone
many
and this
succeeds.
broken
tree.
twigs.
There's bushes here.
This tree is brown.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Can I see
Uh,
any kind of claw marks anywhere or anything like that, or a massive
As
footprint?
far as you could tell, there was no other claw marks or anything like that. No claw marks.
Can we have a look for some kind of wild animal? Try and hunt it, fillet it, and use it as bait.
how far away are
can-
we from this this sort of like farmland area?
On foot now, you'd be about an hour.
Probably just worth going towards there, because if there are any more clues as to where the werewolf is, we'll probably find them like on the way
And we
there.
can't hear any like obvious screaming or anything in the distance.
No, nothing like that. Other than the sounds of nature, there's like nothing
And
like
a
that.
giant beast.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's worth us just heading towards the town then. If
Yeah,
this
I
is
agree.
just like a very local thing and there's no signs of a trail, it's probably best to just go to the farm and kind of like ask about, see if they've seen anything like very recently. Because I mean, for all we know, this might not even be what we're looking for. Could be
Yeah.
something completely different.
Yep, so you're giving up the trail and gonna go back on and wander down. Or you're sticking on the
You
floor.
said there wasn't a trail.
No, I mean going back on the trail towards the
Oh yeah. Well,
town.
that's what I was thinking of
Yeah.
doing.
And you didn't actually look for a trail. Like this area you found looked like it could have been something, and then you haven't found anything since then. If you want to actually try and follow a trail, you could try and do a survival check to actually try and pick up a trail.
Well, I asked if I could have done something like that, and you was like, "No,
Yeah, and then
Dar-Jee's done it."
no, you said, "Can I investigate as well?" Which means,
This
can
is
you
10,
investigate the
wasn't it?
area as well? Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, yeah,
If
I'll
like
have a look.
picking up a trail and investigating the area are two different things.
Fair enough. Yeah,
So
I'll
if
try
you want to
and
investigate a trail, you just ask
Be
a bit
more
more
descriptive.
specifically. Yeah, be a bit more specific in what you're asking.
okay. I would like to try and pick up a trail of the creature that possibly could have caused this.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
Sort of maybe where maybe like an impact and then sort of something like scrapes and broken twigs leading away from it, or sort of bushes that look like they've been disturbed,
Okay,
in the
Cool.
sense of like something running through them of large size.
cool. Can you give me a survival check?
Is it a +7 P-Mil?
Survival is a +5.
Oh damn. A 14 for a 19.
19. So you do like around one of like the largest areas. You see at least a small depression in the ground, and a faint bit of dried blood on a few twigs nearby, and like towards into the east side, sort of going further towards the village, like against a set of bushes, and then a few sort of small twigs that have come out of the side of a tree. You
Okay.
find a faint bit of like dried blood. By your
So-
estimate, 2 or 3 days old.
oh, 2 or 3, jeez. Right, okay.
We're too late.
Yeah, I'll call over the boys. I'll let them know that I found this. Seems to be quite old, but it leads in the direction of the town. Not the town, sorry, the farmland.
Yeah, I'd say it's a farmstead. So it's
Farm.
a small
yeah.
village surrounded by farmland.
Okay.
And then further out toward that is the woods that you're in.
Yeah. So I suggest we keep going towards the farm.
I'll say you follow the way, and I will follow. You mean you lead the
Cool.
way? Even Jesus.
I will follow the way.
Cool. So you're gonna try and are you gonna follow the blood trail by foot?
Somewhere we can keep on it.
I was
a lot
going
of
to,
blood,
yeah, because we
or
wouldn't be able to keep an eye on it. If
couldn't the
there's like
Igonian Sniffly blood, or is it too old to have like a?
yeah,
decent
at
scent?
this point, unless you had insane sense of smell,
Yeah, it's
no.
not fresh, right? Okay.
Yeah, there seemed to be like the amount of blood that there was. There's a slightly larger bit, and then it sort of decreased in size. And the amount of blood that you've been finding has been getting like there's been like little spotty bits that have been hidden under places where it's dripped and nothing's been able to get under it and get rid of it.
Yeah. There's no,
Bits
like,
on
massive
trees and things like that
pools.
that's still there, but no big pools or anything like that.
Okay.
So
And
does
it
it
seems to
look
be
like
decreasing.
does
I
it look
suggest
like
on foot
whatever
then.
created the impact reduced in size as time went on?
I would say that it's not something you'll be able to determine from it.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, we keep following it then.
The size of the impact was pretty humanoid. More towards Sang size than Enthir's.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be too discernible.
But I'd say you
Sorry
could
about
probably
that.
it's at least a medium humanoid.
Okay. Well, off we go to the farmland as we follow the blood, which is something I'm
Right.
sure DJ does on the reg.
Does it look like human blood?
It's red.
Would I be able to know the difference between animal bloods at this stage?
Potentially. I'd say
I feel
if
like
you
I've-
want, you can give me a medicine
eaten a
check.
lot
It's
of
gonna be a
stuff.
really high DC though.
Let's do it, man. I'm ready.
He's eating a lot of beasties.
Can
I'm
I-
sure they have
Can I
their
pray to some god to help him on this rule?
they have their nuances.
My medicine is a +3. Let's go.
+3? What? How?
My medicine is plus because it's wisdom.
Ah,
That is an 8 altogether.
8 altogether. No.
It's blood. Tastes like metal.
Could I
It
do
goes
like
into
a,
everything.
I would say you immediately you don't know exactly what it is, but your ring finger begins to tingle ever so slightly.
Okay.
or should I say, the finger that your ring is on begins to tingle ever so slightly.
Okay. Yes, saying that the ring tingles is a completely different kettle of fish.
Also, during this week, you must have fed on people.
I actually haven't.
It's if you say you haven't, that's fair enough. But there would be, I'd say, you would have ample opportunity to.
Oh, if right, okay.
If you've
I
had the
haven't-
opportunity, would you have done?
What a ridiculous question. Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
cool. Looking down the faint tingle of your finger, you would see that your finger seems to have almost started to shrivel up slightly.
Oh.
Mm.
However,
Oh. Okay.
only on the finger that the ring is currently on. The rest of the hand seems perfectly normal.
And how do I feel? Do I feel weird in any way?
No difference. Your finger still feels fine.
I just look shriveled.
Yeah, it seems like it started in the earliest stages of rot.
Rot. I'm starting to rot.
Yeah, just your finger.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably the first time you've noticed it. And there seems to be like no difference in the motor function of your finger, nor in the sensation of it.
Okay, interesting. I am going to finish licking the blood and then tell everyone I am. This doesn't taste like any animal I have ever had, ever eaten before.
I'd say
kind of
upon
let it-
tasting it as well, though, it does taste vaguely familiar. Quite
Tastes
recently familiar. Definitely
Okay.
humanoid.
Well, I'm not going to tell them that I'm eating people.
I think we know.
No, you don't. You don't know anything.
You ate the high elf in that
We've
hag's
seen
house.
you do it
We've
loads.
seen you eat someone.
No, what are you talking about? When?
Eat
When we
people.
got attacked by like the cauldron and stuff, we found that high elf, and you was just eating him.
But the soul was in the bag, and we could have put them back together, but you'd already eaten the body.
I fully don't even remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
Of course, DJ wouldn't remember that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you eat a human
Have you
leg
remembered
before. or
every
something.
breakfast you've ever had? I doubt it.
I would
Human, I
remember if
would.
I ate a person.
Yeah, but it's all the same to me.
I suppose it's like a cow for Margonian though, isn't it? 'Cause he's a lizard. So
Yeah, but we've never found a cow's soul in a bag next to the steak, have we?
yeah, true.
okay, well, I don't think it's animal blood. Put it that way.
Okay.
And then I'll just lick all my fingers like I've been in chicken wings, and I've still got all the flavor.
Even the rotty finger. Ew.
Yummy.
Ew, gross.
And it's only slightly rotten.
Yeah, you've eaten worse. You've eaten things that have decomposed longer.
There we go. See, if I eat my own finger, will it grow back?
Give it a go.
Can I cure the rot by just continuously eating that finger?
That is not a question that you know the answer to.
Who starts
know
a
what?
conversation that way?
I just sat down.
Doctor, if I eat my
I
finger, will it grow back?
You do have regenerative abilities, but you are more like the regenerative abilities of like a newt or a salamander. Whereas if you get your leg or arm bitten off, it will grow back more as just a nub.
Oh dear.
It's not Piccolo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
your
will
regenerative abilities are limited.
Okay. I'll put the finger in my mouth, and then just as I'm about to bite it, I'll be like, "That's daft," and then not do it. Okay, I will not draw attention to this finger. Maybe put it inside the leather of my
Yeah,
arm or
it
something,
wasn't
I
like a
could,
major thing. It's like it's just a sort of like you've discovered like a new little mark on your hand. It's like, oh, that's different to the last time I
Okay.
remember.
It looks a bit like a pepperami.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Okay then. And the blood, is it in like a puddle? Is it in a trail?
You would have found it like just basically on like a small part of a leaf.
Okay. Can I try to like sniff out any other blood nearby?
Again, you can. It's going to be a very high perception check.
I'm like a shark. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Perception +7. That is a nat 1, boys.
Nat 1.
Wee.
Yeah. As soon as you do that, you sort of like sniff around an area and you just walk straight to a small branch.
Yeah.
Can I do a
Look.
survival check and check for like stuff hidden, like fresh trail on the floor, stuff like that, as we're walking towards the farm?
Yeah, you could try and do a trail of like someone's footprints. Go for it.
Just like see if just any kind of humanoid or not. So that's 15.
15 total.
Yeah. Total.
You would see you'd be able to find like small depressions on the ground where someone has walked through the underbrush. Still traveling towards town. There's maybe you could probably find 2 or 3 sets of footsteps.
Right.
So it's like this woods is probably a way that you probably would be able to travel to the small farmstead. It's just not very well traveled, and you do find like 3 at least tracks where people have walked through.
Yeah, can I tell how depressed they are to see if they've been sprinting or just like
As far
running
as you
away,
I'd
running away
say
from a beast?
with
Or...
just the 15, you can tell that one has a slightly larger spacing, as if someone either
Striding.
really tall has moved through,
Gate.
or at least someone's been moving at a quick pace. Another one seems to be at least quite. The tracks have been hidden slightly, as if they've been covering their tracks, or at least stepping a little bit less. Oh, sorry, I should say, as they've either tried to hide their tracks or are more adept at trying to travel through the area.
Alright, I'll call over these 2 and just say, I've seen some tracks. Looks like possibly somebody's been either running away and another person has been hiding their tracks. I suggest we follow these and see where they lead to.
Could Colossus have hired more people to look for this?
You'd have told us, surely. He's not. You want?
I don't know if he would have told me.
Tell you what, sorry.
If he got more people ahead of time to go look for this
He
werewolf.
hasn't so far.
So we're the only ones.
I would say he has asked you guys specifically because he kind of wants discretion on this.
Alright. Discretion is not really our middle names, but alright, let's have it.
He at least trusts you as a group to hopefully deal with this without issue.
Okay.
I mean, we've proven that we can slay beasts before. So together, as a squad, we must have some kind of faith.
Yeah, by this time you're basically known throughout all of Solitude and quite a lot of sort of like northwestern to like northern Skyrim. You haven't really travelled out of this area, so you don't know how well known
No,
you
we
are
haven't.
outside of the area.
We have barely moved.
Yeah, well, either way, I suggest we just follow the trail, see where it ends up.
Yeah. I mean, even if it ends up that we don't find the beast, we can at least have a stake out of the farm.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause if the
Might be hidden.
werewolf is after the livestock, it shouldn't be hard to lure it out.
Yeah.
As we transition to the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still gonna follow the tracks whilst heading to the farm.
Yeah.
Cool. So, traveling towards, probably about maybe half an hour into the walk, you lose the trail. The amount of blood that has been dripping has been slowly getting lower and lower.
Yeah.
The sort of like the underbrush is going through. The path is. It's not like a straight walk all the way through. There are bits where there's like bushes and brambles that you have to cut your way through.
Yeah. So is there like nothing to follow now, or is there still like
Yeah, the
disturbed
trail goes
shrubbery
dead after
and-
about half an hour, and the amount of blood that has been picked up has been dwindling to a point where you just can't find any more.
All right, looks like the trail stops here, boys.
Do you carry on towards the farmstead?
Can I just look like well, which way we're pointing? Is it we're going north or?
Going towards the farm, you would be going east.
I'm gonna like look north and south and see if I can see if the track's diverted, like 15, 20 foot out each side.
Yeah, like moving forwards and backwards, looks like
Yeah.
the trail has gone
Fairly
completely
good.
cold.
Right. Okay.
If anything, I'd say while Enthir was traveling up towards Skyrim, he would have probably hunted before. You would know that at least a creature that you have hit with something would leave a trail of blood until it
Mhm.
either dies
Yeah, that's
or
what I'm
you catch
thinking.
up to it.
The fact that
The
it
trail
just
you've been
suddenly
following
ends.
has basically just sort of dwindled to a point where it no longer exists. There's no longer anything to follow. So the creature is all like already healed, or something
Yeah.
else picked it up out of the sky because it seems to just disappear.
Right. Well,
this knowledge you
considering
pass on to us?
the blood has stopped and we've not found the creature, it's probably, well, most likely stopped the bleeding and has either been picked up by something else. So there's nothing really else to follow from this point.
If it is a human, that would make sense because a human would be able to dress their wound.
Yeah.
Well, we already know it. The thing that will like. So
We
this
don't know
probably
anything,
is the werewolf
but
then.
it speculates. It's
Yeah,
either
like
yeah,
Chances are it is the werewolf.
whatever you've followed has either dressed its wound or healed up.
Rapidly
Mhm.
healed. Yeah. Some werewolves do heal fast, right? At least I thought.
I don't know. It seems to vary what they can do.
okay.
Fair.
Sweet. Well, given that we found blood in a direction, and it went from being a bit of blood to less blood to no blood, which direction is that going in? Because that will give us a
You were going towards it, so it was going back towards the town.
the town we just came from.
No, so going towards the farm.
Going towards the farm.
Okay, I
Yeah.
suggest keep going towards the farm. If we find it, we find it. If we don't, let's ask the farmhand some questions and see if it can help narrow down this search.
Yeah, because the area of the search has gotten a fair bit bigger now that we've lost the trail.
Yeah. So we'll just
Maybe
keep going
we
towards
can
the farm.
maybe we can bait it out with something. We can
Yeah.
offer to slay this beast for the farmhand, and in exchange for a bit of cash, we don't have to tell him we're already doing it. And maybe we can use some of their livestock to bait it, and then we can take it away.
Unless a
give it-
farmhand is the werewolf.
Very possibly, but if that's the case, he's not going to pay us, and that's going to be suspicious.
What time is it at the minute?
Time for me to go.
8
sleep.
o'clock.
Oh, do you mean in game?
In game, yeah.
By this time, probably towards 2:30ish. like just after afternoon.
Right. Okay. We'll continue to the farmland and just get there, I guess. Unless we pick up the trail again, but I don't think we will.
Yeah, I think at this point, Enthir would be, while he's traveling, would just be keeping a lookout, see if anything resembling what we've been following turns up again, or if it's completely just like not even there anymore.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, like the track has just gone completely cold.
Fair enough. All right, off we go.
All right. So, you managed to leave the woods and get towards the farm itself. It's like a lot of grassland leading to a small settled area. Various goats, sheep, a couple of cows, 1 or 2 horses are around.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Does there seem to be any people around?
There's maybe a couple of people around the farm. The rest you would most likely see within the town itself.
Does anyone look like they're in charge?
As far as you could tell, there are a couple of people on the fields, and other than them, you don't really see anyone else.
Okay.
No one of like an authoritative figure.
Did we hear that the farm had a name?
The farm itself,
Say it was called
he
Castle?
said, yeah, he said it was a farm that was run by an old woman named of Katla.
Okay, I'm gonna look out for an old woman, and if I don't see one, I'm gonna shout Katla.
Okay.
See if anyone turns around.
This is quite a large farm as well.
Okay. Is there like a main building we can go to?
Yeah, so around like the farm itself is almost like circular around the city. There's a little sort of like number of houses within the center,
Mm-hmm.
and then the farm surrounds the rest of it. So you're
Okay.
basically at the edge of the farm now. There's 1 or 2 farmers around, sort of towards the left and the right, maybe a couple 100 feet away.
All right. Let's go to the main building, because surely there'll be some kind of office, or if they are running a business, there'll need to be someone who kind of sits down and oversees the whole operation.
So within the small village, there are a number of houses. What looks to be small, sort of I'd say like. I'd say you'd recognize them as like tanning. Like there'd be like little shops, like a butcher's, place for tanners and other sort of jobs that would be on the farm. There's also a small tavern, and then another slightly larger house that seems to be a converted barn.
Okay, the larger house immediately has my interest.
Okay.
Maybe if some people want to go to the tavern, ask around in the tavern. Me and a couple of others can go to the house and see if we can scope out anything there. Tavern
Okay.
is always a good place for information. People tend to talk over a frosty one.
Over a bevy.
At 3 o'clock on a Tuesday.
And
Yeah.
farmers are not working, they'll be in the tavern.
Yeah, farmers never do any work, do they?
Not if all the livestock's gone.
He's got a point. Yeah, Enthir will go with you to the big building.
Yeah,
Okay,
looking for
cool.
more support.
So we all go for the big building then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go after to the tavern.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you see this like quite large converted barn slap bang within the middle of this sort of town. Knocking on the door, an elderly woman answers, saying, hello, who is it?
We are the Beastly Bois. you wouldn't happen to be Catler that we have the pleasure of speaking to.
That's me, yes.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. We're here on urgent business as we hear that there have been some monster attacks of late.
Well, yes, the number of wolves in the area have been quite troubling at the minute. Within the last week, the number of wolves that have been caught and seen have tripled.
Okay.
How about we discuss this inside? She invites you all in.
Lovely.
Within the barn itself, it's been converted into sort of quite a cozy looking home. There's fire on like a large pot of stew just in front, various seats, and towards the back is like a desk with a large seat that she seems to have been writing on at some point.
Okay.
So, the Jarl got my message. I sent it out a day or two ago to say that the number of wolves in the area has been increasing.
Yes.
A lot of my livestock itself has been torn to shreds.
They say, yes, we're here to call the wolves. If you could point us in the right direction, I'd be grateful, because at the minute we can't seem to locate any of them.
A lot of the wolves have been spotted within the woods itself. They're quite tricky to get a hold of within the day, though.
Are they feasting on particular livestock every time, or just anything they can get?
Mostly the goats and a few pigs. A horse was killed yesterday too.
Not
One of
the
my best.
horses.
I'm sorry for your loss. We aim to have this matter resolved quickly.
What's your passive perception, Enthir?
Paul, what's my passive perception?
19.
19? Yeah. You would also notice that on a side table is a axe that looks vaguely familiar. However, the axe itself has been shattered apart, and it looks like certain pieces of it are missing, but you'd see that there's sort of like runic markings that you do definitely recognize.
Wait, so I've seen it before?
Yes.
Wolf rat, watch out.
It's sort of going to. So is it whereabouts is this table? Is it sort of looking
Just to your left-hand side as you're sat down.
Okay, so it's sort of going to lean to the side and look at the axe. You said it was a hand axe, right?
It'd be a battle axe, the medium of the ones.
A battle axe that I've
Is a
seen
battle
before.
axe still two-handed?
It can be one or two-handed.
Okay. Is it glowing any particular color?
It has a faint blue shimmer to it that is
Ah.
dulled, like, incredibly. The handle of it has been split in two and a part is missing, and the head of the axe itself, about 3/4 of the front is there. The bit that holds it on to the handle and a few shards in between, but like a large center part of the axe and other shards are not
Okay.
there.
Does it
The axe
remind
itself,
me?
like a lot of it is caked in muck as well.
Okay. Does it remind me anything of the axe that person was using at the tournament? I think it was the
Yes.
tournament.
Having pointed it out to the group, you would notice that it was very similar to Tia's axe, if not the same axe.
Oh.
Shit.
Well,
Enthir's just sort of going to look up to the axe. I think I've seen this axe before. Where did you find it?
Um, my son found it. My son, Nud. He found it in the bushes a short walk away from the tavern. I think he's. I don't really know too much about it, but I think he's at the tavern now, if it has any sort of importance to you. We were just trying to find the rest of the pieces.
It belonged to a friend of ours.
Is it
Ah,
definitely the same one?
It looks.
Or is it just like, is it another runic axe like the one we have seen before?
I don't know. Paul, would Tyr have had a very distinct looking axe? Would
If
it be
his
unique
oath was like
within?
flamboyancy, I feel like it would.
Yeah. Would it
I
be?
would have.
Flashy man.
It would have been like a standard, like wooden handle with like just wrappings around the bottom of it, and there would have been like runes carved into the head, like the sides of it to imbue the magic, I guess.
Yeah.
So it depends how the standard way of imbuing magic into that kind of thing would work. If it's just placing a gem into it, or if it's actually carving in like
I'd
runic
say for
magic.
like Nordic magic would be mainly based on runes.
Yeah. So I
So
guess
yeah,
it'd be quite a generic looking axe then.
yeah, it'd be probably a generic one, but it's very very similar to one that Tyr would have had. Especially with the faint shimmer of magic it gives off.
I guess it'd be quite rare that there'd be a like a cold infused axe as well.
Yeah,
We haven't really came
I'd say
across them.
it'd be similar to just a Nord steel battle axe, but has magic properties and I guess a runic design on it.
I didn't realize it was like giving off cold. I thought it was like the oath axe thing where if you bind the axe to like a foe and
The one that Sang has.
Yeah, you don't 100% know what it is. It just gives off this faint blue glimmer.
okay.
Okay. I will replace that with I think it belonged to a friend then if it's
Okay.
If it only seems familiar and not, oh, this is Tyr's axe. Because I assumed he would have had like one that you would easily be able to tell belonged to him. Because his oath thing was like standing out and being real good.
Your son, Nod, you said his name was?
Nud.
Nud.
It's
Apologies.
KNUD.
I would very
Nod.
much like to meet your son, Nud.
Well, he's in the tavern, probably drinking at this time.
Okay. Then
I'll ask
I
where the
will,
tavern is.
yeah, promptly take my leave, and I may return with further questions.
Yes, well, please at least assure me that you will kill the wolves that they come out at night time. I can't deal with any raw lost stock.
We will do everything within our power to make this land safe again.
Right, so heading out of the house towards the tavern.
Enthir's sort of going to pull the boys aside. I don't know if you noticed, but that axe looked a lot like Tyr's.
Okay. Well, the lady said that Nud found it. Maybe we can get him to show us where it is. And that's kind of the only lead we've got right now.
While you've been training your people for the ship, I did some looking. Did you hear about what happened at the catacombs?
What, recently?
Yeah,
I did not.
maybe a couple of days before we finished the hag business.
I didn't hear anything.
So apparently, somebody broke in and into the tombs, and they took Tia's body. I did some looking around, and I couldn't find anything. Did I can't remember if I asked. I think I did ask Colossus about it, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
But he seemed a bit dismissive about it.
As far as you can remember, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I have some concerns about this werewolf business.
Okay.
When I asked Colossus if he knew anything, he seemed a bit dismissive of the question, and he didn't seem like he was trying all that hard to find the culprit. I'm not blaming him, I'm just saying that things aren't. Well, we saw what looked to be Tia's axe in that barn. Why would it be all the way over there? It's an
Let
awful long place. It's really far away from his resting place.
Let's meet up with Nud. We have a lot of questions, and all we can do is speculate until we find some more clues. Let's seek out this guy, get him to show us where it all happened, where he found the axe, and see if we can get anything from that. And if worst comes to worst, we go into the forest at night. We maybe try and take a pig or some kind of livestock with us and bait them into a trap.
Okay, after you. I just
Cool.
felt like I should let you both know what I found, and I'm getting. Well, my concerns are growing as we look more into this.
How does Sang react to knowing that a Nord has been pulled from his tomb?
I'm furious.
Alright, I will
And
let Sang.
shaking with anger. I was about to.
Alright, maybe we let Sang do the talking. Let's go find Nud.
Yep. And give him a knock.
Alright, so going to the tavern. The tavern itself is called the Goat and Goblet. It's a small tavern inhabited by quite a few farmers, probably more than you'd expect on a normal working day. Wearing various grey and brown tattered cloaks, other simple garments. Nud seems to be sat at the bar. There seems to be some crazy dude in one corner shouting about something random, and you also see sat over into one corner Naefir, who doesn't seem to have gone that far with his travels.
I thought Naefir said he was going to his homeland. He's not got very far. I figured he would have been all the way over in. Wow, I thought it'd be a lot further away from here by now.
I mean, he probably left like maybe a day or so before you guys had, and he's going by foot, whereas you just stormed through on your giant rock.
You said it didn't seem like he got that far.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like it seemed strange that he's only like, what was this, like a day's travel?
Yeah, probably about that.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I've been disillusioned by how quickly we got here on the rock. Never mind then.
Okay.
I'll just sort of point the boys over to Naefir, just like, look what I found.
I'm gonna look confused. And
Is DJ there?
I guess
you know,
not.
ask the group if we should go speak to him or leave him to his own quarrels or whatever he's doing at the minute. So I kind of want to find this node.
Well, he said he had some business to deal with, so it's probably best we don't get in the way, and we should probably find this nod before he leaves.
What's Naefir actually doing at the minute?
I don't know, what is Naefir doing?
What are you doing, Naefir?
He is probably either reading some documents or writing.
Right, I'm going to walk over to him, actually, and
Mhm.
ask, what you're doing here. I thought you was going back to your home village or town.
Sanguinius.
I'm back.
Good to see you. Good, sir.
And hello.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Ah, it's good to see you again. Well, I would say I was following the tracks of what I thought were assassins down near the border, but as I reached Dragon Bridge, I heard rumors of a creature not far away from Solitude. I backtracked and, well, I kind of assumed it may be a wild hunt. Kind of trying to keep tabs on it, investigating before I informed you guys. I was actually writing a letter right now for you. As
A
you'll
whisper. Not a werewolf, is it?
I haven't seen anything yet. I've just found a few wolves. They seem to be sort of congregating here. I haven't actually found anything major at the moment.
Okay, I'll just explain to Naefir what Colossus explained to Enthir and what Enthir explained to us.
Yeah, but don't be shouting it, because if we're shouting about werewolves and stuff, it's probably gonna
Yeah, I'm still whispering.
panic the patrons.
Oh, that explains it a little more. I don't think anyone here has actually clocked onto the werewolf malarkey yet, but I would say there's a lot of activity in these woods. I've only been here like half a day, so I'd have probably got here in the morning.
Hmm.
I'll just ask if
So-
you've seen any found any tracks of any wolves or any kind of like wolf den or anything.
I did a quick scan around the perimeter of the what's it called, the city.
Mm-hmm.
Did I find anything?
I don't know.
You would have found like a few wolf tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
Would I know which side of the city they tend to be going
They
on?
would have come from the wood that the party came from. The
Mhm.
party just didn't find any tracks the way they were
Okay.
traveling.
That's,
Which way was that? Was that eastward then,
Um,
or was it west? Because they came
you're going
in.
westward now, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they seem to be on the westward side of the city.
Right, okay. I say to him, do you want to go outside with Enthir and Dar-Jee? Because I'm trying to find somebody called Nud and I'll meet you outside in a minute.
I'll point him over to the guy at the bar. Like, I had a quick chat with him earlier. Like, see what you can get out with him. He didn't seem very talkative.
Yeah, I'll make him talk.
Oh heck.
I'm extremely interested to see Sang's not intimidation method, but I want to see how he gets a confession out of someone.
So he's not drinking at the minute at the bar, or is he?
Yes, he has 2 empty tankards in front of him and one that he's working on.
Does he look drunk or just?
He looks pretty drunk.
Right, I walk over to him and say, "Do you Nud? Are you Nud?" In like a bit of a panicked voice.
Yeah, I'm Nud. Who are you?
We've been sent here to look at the wolf issue that you're having at your farm. Unfortunately, your mother's been bit by one and she's in a bad way, so you need to come with us. As a grab.
Okay. Make me a deception check.
Okay.
Here we go.
Shit.
Oh damn it.
That's a 10 total.
All right. I rolled with disadvantage and I got 10. He sort of looks at you and then sort of like scowls a little bit. You're yanking my leg. There ain't no wolves out here right now. I only left her 2 hours ago. Unless she's gone on it for him. There ain't no fucking way.
I just grab him and put the money down for that pint on the bar, like
All
table,
right.
I guess, and bring him outside.
Like immediately grabbing him and just drag him outside.
Yeah.
Uh,
How big is he?
What? He's a Nord. He's not anywhere near your size. Maybe like low
Okay.
6 foot.
Could you not
Okay.
do your pull rank thing? Be like, look, I'm big
No,
shit
I'm
in
grabbing him and put him
solitude.
outside.
I
So.
think he can
Fair
only
enough.
full rank on other soldiers.
Yeah, he's not a soldier. He's a delinquent.
Civvy.
Fair enough.
All right, what's the big idea?
I'll just keep pushing him. We're going to get away from
Yeah.
the tavern. Yeah, so I'm
Getting
just gonna
all the way
push-
out of the tavern and
Yeah,
into
out of sight.
further into the farm.
Yeah, I'll push him to the floor and I pin him down and I say, "What have you done with Tia's body? Why have you got his weapon?"
Eh? Tia? I don't know what that is. That
Well-
weapon, I found it in bushes.
Is it Devo?
Right, can I?
It was dead anyway. I
Can
just say
I
to the
see
guys,
it?
I
"This
didn't
is the
steal
person
out.
who has moved our beloved Tia's body out of the catacombs."
Listen
Our
here,
friend,
I don't know no Tia, and that weapon I found in the bushes about a day and a half ago. It looked quite nice and shiny, so I thought I'd sell it. But it's in pieces, so I need to find them all first.
Show us
See,
exactly.
how about
what you
this? You pay for the rest of my drinks for the night, and I'll show you where I found it.
I say, "How about this side? Don't break your face tonight, and you show us where it is."
Okay, make me an intimidation check.
There we go.
Way.
It is a
I'd say you can use your strength modifier as well if
24.
you wish, because you are pinning him down.
24. I got. So.
All right, 24. Like, immediately, like, tries to hold his hands up in front of himself. All right, I'll show you. As he sort of like
throw him up
slowly tries to
to
get
his
himself
feet.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sort of like walks you maybe 10 minutes or so
Mhm.
towards this sort of like set of bushes that's maybe like towards the edge of the farm a little bit, like maybe about 2 or 3 minutes walk from the woods itself.
As we're walking, can I just like lean into Enthir? It's like, what's got Sang all riled up? What's going on?
When we went to go speak to Katla, the owner of this farmstead, I happened to notice a weapon that our friend was buried with. I don't know if you met him. He was a big Nord, like Tyr over, not like Sang over there. He was called Tyr,
Oh, the winner of the tournament, yeah.
the very
Well
one.
helped.
Sang over here says, "Oh shit."
It turned out shortly after we arrived to deal with the hag business, somebody had broken into the royal tombs and stolen his body. I tried looking around
Oh.
for a bit, but the trail went cold. I've got a few ideas on a culprit, but I don't really have enough evidence to go off it yet.
Okay.
It seemed like something big just barreled through, brute forced, and took it out.
Oh, so a werewolf, you say?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna keep eyes on like any like the sides of the roads for any like tracks or any big disturbances, I guess.
Enthir is also going to whisper to Tyr, "What do you know about werebears?"
Man, bear pigs.
I'm assuming I don't know a lot. I don't think I've been. It's not something that
Other than
nobody's
what you've
spoken.
seen of Colossus
Yeah.
turn into one, probably not that much.
Yeah, like I say,
You've
it's like
probably
a
heard things here and there.
more of the like assassin stuff. There's a general
Yeah.
Bosmer knowledge of like Fey sort of nature kind of thing, but it wouldn't be too much in terms of like lycanthropy.
I think a lot of werebears would mainly be within Skyrim itself as well. Like of all lycanthropes, Skyrim would have the largest number of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So
just follow along, keep an eye out.
cool. Nud, when he gets to this sort of like large patch of bushes, he goes like, "Yeah, I found it down here. I've had a look through it. I've got on my hands and knees and everything, and I can't find anything else."
Ask one of the elves to have a proper good look because I'm no good at it.
Do you want to roll something?
I will like. You say it was shattered, right?
It was kind of fragmented.
Yeah, not.
Okay, I would look around for any types of ways that it could be impacted, I guess, like whether it was on rocks or things, or did it look like it's just been somehow shattered in the middle of the ground? Like it could have been a fight, it could have been something else.
Make me an investigation check as you sort of like get round into the bushes.
Investigation is a +9 for a dirty 20.
Cool.
Day 20. Yeah, this time like taking like a good thorough search, you find like another tiny sliver, maybe about half an inch long, of what was a metal weapon. Like around it, there's like this large impact area, maybe I'd say 6 inches to 6 inches to 8 inches in radius, like a large depression, as if something's been pushed down into it, and splinters of wood around. And it looks as if the weapon itself has been at least impacted by something extremely strong or extremely heavy. And what it was it crushed the weapon and it's fractured out.
So is it the imprint in the ground and it looks like something
It's like in
struck
the ground. It's
Okay.
It's struck like heavily into the ground, and that's what's caused this, like the shards of metal and wood around seems to have gutted from that point.
I'll point out the point of impact to Enthir. Is there any like gems or anything in this thing? Like, would whoever's taken
In
it
the
try
weapon?
to break it to claim something? Would it be more valuable as a whole, or I don't know? I'm trying to figure out why it would be broken.
I don't think there were any gems with the weapon. It was just runes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just runes.
Yeah, the weapon itself would be worth a lot more fully intact.
And there's no more like signs of a fight around here. It just looks like it's an impact point.
Area itself, like the bushes that seems to have, like within the bush itself, there's parts of branches where they've been sort of like crushed and pushed to a side, as if something's like sort of walked into them, sort of pushed them away as something spread out.
Okay, so it's a point of them going away, not coming towards. So
it looks like, yeah.
So I'll say that to Enthir. It's like, do you see these markings here? And then it like looks like something's gone that way.
As the ground is also fairly untouched, you would see large footprints heading out towards the town. Maybe just one or two.
Are they humanoid footprints, like shoes?
They are not.
Okay, what do they look like?
Vaguely canine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Size,
Large creature.
pretty big.
And they came from the same point as where Tia's axe was.
Yes.
Right.
What's the pacing on it? Is it like does it look like it's a bipedal, or like what's the opposite of that?
As far as you can tell, you could find the two footprints and then
Bipedal.
nothing else.
Okay.
Okay.
You know.
So what do we know? We know that Tia's body is gone. We know that an axe resembling his has been found here. There's
Mhm.
blood throughout the forest that we know to be humanoid.
Just not like any
We
beast, I think he said.
we have found these footprints leading into the town. How fresh are these prints?
Day 2, maybe. They
Older
seem
than the,
fresher than any of the prints you've seen so far. However, around these bushes is quite covered, so it's not really you can't really be affected by the elements as much as it would have in the woods.
Okay. Put a
How
hand
far
on
off the track are we?
After track, you're not too far off.
I'll look
I'd say
to
maybe like a 5 minutes walk if you're walking around from where the party exited.
looking to notice, like, how did you find these? Why were you out off the track so far?
Well, I was out feeding the pigs, and one of them must have smelled something. Came to have a sniff at the area, and I followed him in.
Okay.
Found this weapon all shattered up, and that's about it, really.
And
I thought I
so
could make a pretty penny.
I'd like you to try something.
Okay, what do you have in
Kill
mind?
him. Shoot this apple off his head, but miss.
Do you still have the scrying orb?
Yeah.
Can you try to locate Tia's body with the orb?
Is that something I would be able to do?
Don't the creature have to be alive? Or
I gotta say, if he's dead,
What?
it'd be classed as an object.
Mm-hmm.
What? As in I can do that.
You could choose to do that if you want.
kind of see what
'Cause
happens.
Yeah, okay. He'll give it a try. I mean, we're looking for leads. This could give us
Yeah,
a lead. It
I'm
might
doing
not
nothing.
work, so
Yeah.
Enthir will just turn to DJ. Well, it's worth a try as he pulls out Famina's orb and tries to scry on Tia ?
Cool. So you're just using the orb.
So
Try and-
he's using the
Yes.
orb.
Yeah.
Can we hold the pieces of the axe? Do we have anything else of Tia's?
think so.
I got his pack thing, whatever it was. It doesn't have his holy symbol though. That would have been good.
But we
Get a
have
shield.
shards of this axe that we believe are his.
I mean, we've known Tia and we've talked to him.
True, but
Well,
if we have the object as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I imagine if he's
Let's
yeah,
give it a go.
yeah,
If it works,
let's give
it
it a go.
works. Doesn't. It doesn't.
All right. Give me a second. Trying to focus in and thinking what you remember of Tia holding this small piece of shattered weapon. You try your best to scry on him. As on the orb itself, you are greeted with an image of a tavern. Warm.
Was it the last person who had it is Nud, so we're scrying on him, maybe?
various farmers inside. The back head of a cloaked man in a brown tattered robe. Flagon of mead. Seems to have been chatting this old man, chatting his ear off.
The old man's chatting his ear off, or
He's
Chatting
chatting
the ear
old
off
man's ear.
of what you presume to be Tia.
okay. Are there any distinct figure? Like, is there anything? Does the tavern look like the tavern we've just been in, or
It looks like the same tavern.
okay? Let's immediately head to the tavern.
Yeah.
As you're watching this and making your way back to the tavern, you see that the face of Tia turns around and looks up directly
The face of Tia
at
turns around and looks
the
up.
scry. It's the scrying eye itself. Grabs a tankard and throws it full might. The signal is lost.
So that was Tia. We saw the face of
shit.
Tia.
We've got to hurry.
Run now! How far away are we?
What's Nud doing?
Nud is stood there in bewilderment as you have all just sprinted out of
Right.
this bush area towards
I
the
just say
tavern.
eyes down, don't even look at us, and smack him and tell him to go home.
Yeah, he's just
Go
stood
on.
there bewildered, and you guys sprint off.
Okay, go. Straight to the tavern.
Rushing straight back into the tavern door. There is no Tia in sight. As this
I
madman
do-
walks up, pointing at you all. You see! The wolves are among us. It is the knight! The knight of Hassin himself!
Oh,
Fuck.
okay. Is this the same guy that was chatting the ear off Tia?
Yeah, a very crazy looking old man, yes.
Okay, my kind of dude.
As he begins to grab on his shirt and start to pull it off himself. As he gets on like his knees on one hand and starts to howl at you all.
I immediately get on my hands and knees and howl back at him. And I tell the boys to have a look for Tia. I'll just see what I can get out of this guy.
And I'm questioning myself. Can lizards howl?
You're about to see something special, lads. It comes out like a howling hiss, and it's just really strange.
As this guy's howling, he shouts, "The blood moon is nigh! Ow!"
Blood moon is nigh! Oh! I just copy him straight up. When he's finished howling, I grab 2 beers from the barkeep, and I try to edge the man over to the table.
He's immediately lost all interest in being a human, as he's now crawling on hands and knees, pretending to be a dog.
Okay.
Say
Oh
transforming.
god,
I was
he's
like,
a fairy.
I'll walk up to a stool, pull off one of the legs, and then wave it at him and throw it through the door.
All right. Immediately as you do that, he chases it out the
Right,
door.
okay. I leave a gold piece on the desk with the stool, and I walk off. I'm gonna follow this dog man.
How long are you willing to follow him for?
Oh god.
For more than he should.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm very intrigued by this man. Would I have known who Hassin is?
You can give me a religion check, yeah.
Let's do it.
You would have
Alright.
vague knowledge of him. You can give me a religion check if you want to know
-1.
more.
Let's go. That is a 6.
Yes, like basic knowledge, you would know like Hessine is like the Daedric Lord, like master of the hunt. He's very well known to be like the father of all lycanthropes. Apart from that, you don't really know much else. Like very baseline knowledge.
Okay. I will try to get his attention by asking him about her scene.
This man, he's lost all human traits. He does not seem to give any attention to the words you are saying, and is now outside pretending to be a dog.
While DJ's doing that,
We're gonna
would
get in a fight.
Enthir be able to ask about ask around the tavern for sort of like describe the person that he saw in the orb and just see if anyone can sort of like point to him where he went?
Yeah, ask the barkeep if he or she has seen.
At this point, one of the barkeep is over at the point where Tia was, now cleaning up along up the wall and down the sides of where he's thrown his tankard.
Yeah, Enthir's just going to run up to excuse me. Do you know where describes what he saw in the orb? Do you know where this man went?
Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, don't really know the guy. He hasn't been here long. Done a couple of jobs for the farm. He's well. I'm sure if you know what's just happened, he was speaking to old Yermia, talking about some crazy nonsense, and then turned round, threw tankard at the wall, and he just ran out. Not a clue where he's gone.
Not even.
Didn't really speak to him much. Had little words to say.
I mean, was there any inkling of a direction, or just literally out the door? This is really important.
Like I said, just ran out the door. No reason to chase after him. Listen to Yermia talk for more than a minute, send me crazy like that.
Why? What suddenly got into him? As he just sort of points outside, DJ waggling a stool leg in front of him and is just trying to like grab it. Does he normally do this?
Old Yermia is not known as the mad fellow for no reason. Said when he came back from the war, he lost everything. Lost his mind as well.
Back from the war.
Talks about mad prophecies. Yeah, war. God, it's 25 years ago now.
Well, he came out screeching about her scene.
Yeah, he's all about those doomsday prophecies. All about blood moon, this end of the world, that.
Does he live around here? I'm guessing he does.
Has he been doing this recently, or has he been talking about this like her scene specifically for a long time?
Oh, I mean, honestly, when he's here so often, I just tune him out. I guess maybe last week or so. He keeps saying it's the blood moon tonight, and it's the day that hair scene comes, and it's the hunt. So I'm guessing tonight's something special.
I have a bad feeling about this. If you and everyone in this tavern, when it comes to nighttime, if you try and find somewhere safe, we'll try and get this all sorted.
Listen here, I don't really know you. You've just popped in. Try not to scare my customers or anyone else in this town. We've got enough with a madman talking about all this doomsday nonsense. I don't want to hear it from you as well. There's been a couple more wolves than usual, and that's about it. So stop trying to scare everyone. Drink your fill and please leave.
And she's sort of going to look around and lean into him. actually we've been sent by Colossus to investigate the increase of wolves. We know it's not something little because we've just spoken to Katla about it. She said the number of wolves has gone up threefold. If you
He just
know
about as the
anything.
rest of them. Happens same time every year. Wolves pop out, try and get a couple more meals in than usual. Someone comes in from the big city, takes them out. Nothing different.
Do you not find it strange that there is a lot more than usual?
Just scary talk. Trying to rile up the farmers.
I mean, there must be some truth behind it. If all this is going on. There wouldn't be an increase in wolves for no reason.
I'll walk over
All
and
right.
put my hand on Enthir's shoulder. It's like,
You wasting your time, mate.
yep,
Yeah,
time to go.
you've noticed that this guy's getting visually and more upset by the questions.
Alright. He'll sort of just, well, thank you anyway for your time, and we'll see ourselves out.
So just nods to you and allows you to leave.
For me, to get a drink. It will be a minute.
All right.
We've just left. Back
Yeah.
for another beer. Okay. Well, as you guys leave, I
What do we see?
stop playing with this dog man. I'll just like drop the stick. Just walk over. Not happening, boys.
Can I go over to the dog man and cast speak with animals to see what happens?
With what?
Cast speak with animals with the crazy guy.
Yeah, of course. As you chat to him, how Speak with Animals works is you're talking to him as a human, and it gets translated to them. So you're talking to this man as a human, and he just barks at you in reply.
Okay, so
But
it's
you're
not like
actually
anything's
still
actually
together.
happening to him. He's just
No.
actually nuts. Okay, cool. I just had to make sure.
Yeah, he's just a crazy old man.
I'll walk back over to the guys casually.
So what did he say to you?
Well, he said that the blood moon is happening at. No, he's fucking nuts. What are you on about?
Okay.
I see, so he's gone full loon, has he?
As elves, do you track the presence of the moon? Is that a thing? Or am I being super racist right now?
You're being racist, but yes.
How dare you make correct assumptions?
Okay.
I
Would
don't know,
you
actually.
know if it is actually a blood moon tonight? Because you guys trans, don't you? Is that
But
because you're not actually like asleep at night, so you'd have more time to actually look and check the moon out.
Potentially.
I think as a ranger, you'd probably study the moon cycle, but that would be more for tracking purposes and trying to predict weather and things similar to that.
I would know it was like a full moon, but I wouldn't know if it whatever this blood moon is.
Yeah.
And is it a full moon tonight?
Tonight would be a full moon, yeah.
Interesting. Does this town look very protected? Like, how many in?
Not at all.
Okay. So if
You have not
for
seen a
example-
single guardsman since you've entered.
Okay. If I had to estimate the population of the town.
30, 40?
Okay. If it all goes to shit, we rally everyone in the tavern. Agreed?
I'll look to Simon's like, is that the best stronghold, or would one of the barns or something be better?
have a look around, look at the building, and see what I think would be more defendable. If you had to hunker down or whatever.
I mean, if most of the people are in the tavern anyway,
Mm.
it would.
Yeah,
It's
but
in the center of the town. There's probably only one entrance and exit.
so when a werewolf gets in there, it's a massacre.
Yeah, but we're also in there.
But they won't have magical weapons or silver weapons, I wouldn't imagine, so it's
We need
kinda
to try and get
useless.
everyone together so that we don't have to spread ourselves too thin to protect people.
True.
Mm.
The more we protect, the more gold we'll get from Colossus. If we rock up and say we got your werewolf and we saved everyone, I want a bonus.
I don't think he'll care if everyone in this town survives as long as we get his
Yeah,
werewolf.
I didn't get the impression that he was that bothered about the lives of the people in this town. I'm not gonna lie to you, DJ.
It's
He seems
understandable,
more
though.
interested in the werewolf than anything else.
Well, in that case, then I say we drag one of these helpless maggots outside and we use them as bait.
What happened to
DJ's already
using the
munching on
livestock?
someone.
He
Does-
just drags half a Nordman outside. Here's one I had earlier.
What kind of time is it? Does it look like it's going to get dark anytime soon?
By this time, you're probably sort of towards like mid to late afternoon.
I think we. Is there a blacksmith in this town?
There is not.
Okay. I think we go back to the farmhand, see if they have any kind of traps that we can maybe set up. The bear traps would be lovely. Or spike traps. The pressure plate ones with the teeth on either side.
Where are they keeping the livestock?
There seems to be like a number of barns that they'd be kept in, but they're usually free to roam during the day.
Hmm.
A few of them would be left outside as well. It seems to be quite a mixture of the two.
I assume they wander in herds, right? Though it's not like they're spread out across all sides of the town, are they?
Quite a lot of them are dotted about. They're in like smaller groups, but not like massive herds.
Okay.
They're basically given free reign around most of the farm.
Did you want to go see the blacksmith, DJ?
There isn't a blacksmith.
There
there's
is
no
no
one.
blacksmith. I was hoping we could set some kind of bait and then set some traps around it, and it might send them away from the people and to an easy prey, and then we just get a lot of them in the traps. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case.
We could set up some traps in the tree line. I don't know.
I mean, we
what
could just
equipment
tie
I
goats to
have.
trees with a bit of rope or whatever to lure them in. And around those, like you say, if the farmhand or whatever does have any bear traps or anything similar.
Shall I suppose?
So I think, at the very least, we should at least try to save the villagers.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that if all of these wolves are coming, if this man is right, yes, he's a loon who thinks he's a dog, but if he is right, it could be a massacre.
Or we could have like 40 more werewolves if they all get turned. And that ain't happening.
How do werewolves turn?
They'll just get
They have
scratched.
to get scratched or slashed by
Or
another
bit
werewolf,
or whatever, yeah.
like zombies.
Fair enough. But I mean, if they
Um,
get mauled, they're not going to come back to life and turn into a werewolf, are they?
Yeah,
Well,
Like
well,
if they get
they
big
have
dead.
the healing powers, don't they?
Yeah, but they wouldn't bring a dead body back to life, would it?
That's how vampirism works. You have to die to then be reborn as a vampire.
I thought
Werewolf work the same way?
they're
Same
not
with the
undead.
zombie.
No, I
Read it.
didn't think they were either.
It's like an infection. It's a I thought anyway.
Well,
Well, either way, we need to kill it. So, well, not kill it. Get it.
Either
Yeah.
way, yeah.
We
Let's
don't
not
need to
worry
kill it.
about semantics and
Saying
prepare
that, if
for.
it is Tyr and he is this werewolf, I don't know how he would have come back alive. So maybe it is the case.
Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Zombie
Mountain
werewolf.
Dew!
okay.
Some chili heat wave Doritos.
Why would he have thrown his tank at us?
He wouldn't
Would
have
he have-
known it was us. He would have just known that someone was scrying on him.
Ah, okay.
He has no idea that we have a magical orb of mystical power.
I suggest we leave a bit of parchment with the barkeep, just as a message to Tyr, on the off chance he does come back.
Okay.
Because if he does end up coming back, we can scry on him many times.
I mean, he clearly didn't want to be found, so I don't think he would be coming back.
Yeah, but he also didn't know it was us.
Alright.
So if we leave a note at somewhere he might go,
Mummers, because in my backstory, I grew up on a farm. So would I know roughly what kind of equipment this farm hand would have being at the farm and seeing what equipment they had? Would I be able to know if it's a waste of time going back or not? Like for traps and stuff.
I mean, traps could potentially be useful. It's quite unlikely that within the town itself they'd have many traps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They would
Like, what
maybe have
would
a
I-
couple to try and deter creatures or capture things for food, even though they do have like livestock themselves that they can slaughter.
yeah, if they don't have a blacksmith, I highly doubt they'd have like big traps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was
if
gonna
anything, they may have some bear traps, but the amount they'll have is quite minimal. Maybe
Minimal,
one or
kind
yeah.
two.
of pointless. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think if the town's not going to listen to us, the best we can do is maybe set up a couple of not spike traps, but like lances on the outskirts of the city.
Do we even
And
have time for that?
wait for nightfall. I mean, a couple of thick branches, turn it into a pole turn it into a spike on both ends, hammer it into the ground. It's not going to take too long. I mean, what else are we supposed to do? Just sit here and wait until nightfall?
What's the tallest building in the village?
It'd probably be like
Blackpool Tower.
tallest building would be sort of like a couple of the barns that have been dotted. The barn at the center of the city is probably just as tall as well, although not quite as far back.
What's the best lookout point for the entire town? Would it be the one in the center, or would it be?
Yeah, depending on how good your eyesight is, the highest point would be the barn in the center or one of the ones that have been dotted around. They're not as close to the woods that the center one would be, but the center one you are slightly obscured by like sort of smoke coming from chimneys.
Do
But
the elves have night vision? Or I can't remember.
I don't.
Naefir does, but it's only like 60 feet. So
Right. Yeah, it'd be too late by that point. Can probably jump 60 feet.
what you could do, well, it is full moon, so it's brighter. I don't know
Yeah,
how
true.
that'll affect anything. But we could also dot little like torches along like the defending fences.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I say, I don't think we've got much to form defenses.
No, there's not much at all. We kind of just have to.
I don't think the town would let us go lopping down trees either to try and make like
I think we just need
barricades
to
or anything.
find
So yeah,
an advantage point and try to meet them in fields rather than let them get into the city. I don't know what you think.
Do we know roughly how many wolves there are? Or
no idea.
You don't know.
All we know is that he said that wolf sightings or attacks have been tripled.
more frequent? Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, we'll just kind of got a certain way, I guess, unless we go to them, try and find them. But if the trail was dead when we got here,
Was there any tracks leading away from the tavern that looked fresh? Or is it like dry?
It's quite dry by now. I mean, you can try to track.
I'll
But
try and track anything that wasn't our footsteps.
anything below a size 11.
Do I need to make a roll or anything?
yeah, make me a survival check.
It's survival. That is a 18 plus 11, so a 29.
Jesus.
God
Alright.
damn.
You do.
Just make
You
it-
see a distinct, quite fresh set of tracks going around back into the woods, slightly further away from where you guys have come from.
I suggest we follow them.
Humanoid, barefoot, most likely.
Barefoot.
Yeah.
Not a bear's foot.
Hope not.
Shall we follow them, Alaska group, instead of letting the wolf come here?
I'd say it's probably
'Cause-
worth a look. It's a lead after all.
Yeah, if this
I'd say
human
it's
isn't
your
wearing,
friend.
if this human isn't wearing shoes, it could be because he knows he's going to turn. And he don't want to ruin his shoes.
These are some of the newest crepes on the block.
It's got some
got his-
brand new
He's got brand
Colossus
new
fours.
Colossus fours. Not sponsored.
It's got dropped by Adidas.
Aye. What for some anti-Bosma comments?
All right, so you follow the tracks back into the woods.
Yeah.
So yeah, the woods sort of almost arcs around the town, and you guys came from like the far right-hand side. They're now going further into the left. So yeah, going all the way back in towards the woods. Naefir, keeping an eye on just these tracks, you see that there are footfalls as you're getting closer into the woods. You get increasing footfalls of canine foot tracks of differing sizes.
So it seems like there's multiple creatures convening on this one track.
Yes.
It's probably a line of
So wherever
Mm-hmm.
this potential tier has gone is back towards wolves.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us. And
All right.
suggest that we be a little more stealthy from now on.
Oh Jesus Christ! Sorry,
Mhm.
guys.
Can you all make a stealth check for me?
Absolutely. How does my cloak work with stealth checks?
Stealth checks are. I think it.
I rolled a 7 until.
Okay. What does it say?
I'm gonna need Paul to read it.
Make a dexterity stealth check when you attempt to conceal yourself from enemies, slink past guards, slip away without being noticed, or sneak up on someone without being seen or heard. While the hood is up, check made to hide. What it says. Oh, advantage
It's
while the
with
cloak is
advantage.
up. Check cloaks. Checks made to hide have advantage as well while the what is up. But it
Okay,
didn't
yeah,
say
make
anything.
I
a
have
stealth check with
17.
advantage. I think it's being spotted.
Okay, I'll
in
reroll
it.
that one with advantage.
I
So
think
11 total.
yeah, I think your stealth check's such a wide thing. I'd say yeah, just roll it with advantage, and then
Okay,
everyone else
cool.
roll stealth check.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before I'm like, oh, roll with advantage.
Because I didn't
but-
know whether it was you just getting advantage on stealth based on sight, or it's like stealth is in its entirety. But it
Yeah,
says
that was what I wanted to know.
'cause it doesn't really specify. So yeah, just do it with advantage.
Okay, cool.
I think
What's
if
my modifier?
+9.
Nice. For a 23.
23, so
I rolled a
33 total.
14 and a 4.
Cool.
Is only Dan getting the advantage?
Yeah, just Dan.
Mine's
because-
still 7 then.
So you get 17. So 23. What was it? 33, 17.
17.
Paul.
Uh,
So you get plus 10.
28 plus 10, so 38.
38.
Bloody
Christ.
hell.
And
I was only
DJ.
15 as well.
Oh, hang on. Pass without trace, so yeah, I would be 33.
Yeah, plus 10. Yeah. And DJ
27.
Jesus,
27.
my stealth is dog shit. With a plus
Cool.
10. It's not even a 20.
As far as you can tell, like as Naefir Naefir cast a spell, like your footfalls seem to almost dampen around, and it's like as if you're stepping on something not quite just soil that your foot sticks into.
It's like walking on ethereal
And-
sponge.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like the ground sort of like conforms to your foot more, and it almost as your foot depresses in, as your foot lifts up, it looks like the ground sort of like lifts back up as well, magically,
Does it make a
and your
squeaky sound?
footfalls are quieter.
Okay.
Right. So, heading into the woods, you head maybe 15, 20 minutes into the woods. Okay. As you walk by Naefir, you suddenly notice two large canine figures moving
Whereabouts?
around at 40 or so feet away. They don't seem to have sensed you so far.
Only 2.
Yeah, two large canine figures, larger than a wolf. Probably up to its shoulder, 5 or so feet, 6 feet.
Damn.
I'll just put my hand up to the symbol, like halt, and just eyes in direction of them.
You see two large direwolves. One with a sort of like dark brown coat, the other greyish brown coat. And they seem to be just walking around the area,
Do they look?
sniffing out certain locations.
Do they look natural?
As natural as you can tell.
Like, would I know that like sort of direwolves are like local to this northern bit of Skyrim?
It'd be rare to see multiple direwolves in an area so close to civilization.
Why don't you try speaking to him?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I was actually joking.
Can actually speak to these animals, but I will signal to the guys to be ready, but I'm going to approach them.
Oh my god. Ballsy.
Right. Immediately, as you drop into their vision, they take on a defensive stance and begin to snarl back.
I'm going to use Speak with Animals and say to them, calm, easy now. I'm here to
Immediately,
discuss.
one of them shouts, "Intruder! Intruder! Alert the Alpha! Intruder!" as they're barking at you.
I'm just going to try to just say, like, who is the Alpha? Where is he?
He's far away, and you're not going anywhere near him. As one of them takes another step forward.
I'll take a step back just to like keep the same distance away.
As he takes another step forward, he's trying to sort of slowly push you out of the area.
Mm-hmm.
As the other one's staying a little bit further back, not quite as loud, and sort of it looks like it's thinking whether to turn tail.
Okay. I'm going to get back into a range away from the edge, but like I'll keep stepping back with the wolf pushing forward until I'm about like 10 feet away or so of the edge, or like where sort of like DJ or Sang can pounce from.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to keep talking to them, saying, what brings you here? Why are you all gathering?
I rolled very low on the bad guy's perception check. I rolled a 1 and a 2. The Alpha wants to be here, so we're here. We stick as a pack.
And what brings the Alpha here?
He does not say. Many of us are gathered here. We feel it in the air.
How many is in your pack?
The Alpha's
Where's
going to be
Benny?
that loon, innit?
At this point, he stops answering questions. Leave.
We cannot do that. We've been sent here to
What is your passive perception?
my passive
Naefir.
perception
20, I think.
is 21.
Oh,
21.
Mhm.
You notice out the left and right side are two smaller, normal-looking wolves, maybe 40 to 50 feet away, are starting to slowly circle around.
I'm going to say to him, I've been sent here to remove you as a threat. There are a lot more of us waiting in the village. I'm trying to do this as humanely as possible. We are not here to hurt you. We just need you to leave.
The Alpha says we stay, so we stay.
Let me speak to the Alpha.
The Alpha does not want to see you. You will not see the Alpha. I will not allow it.
but we've literally just met.
Oh, go on.
I'll be your best mate.
mate.
Oh my god, Josh, we need to stop doing that.
At this point, the
We're
other two
gonna
wolves are in a
edit that.
position to strike.
Yeah, I'm going to. I can't remember what the code word was last time we played.
Is it pineapples or something?
It was
That was
something like
my
that.
word, but it wasn't. It was. I can't remember what DJ said. I'll say whatever the code word is.
Okay.
I ready my scimitars in case anyone that is not part of our group comes within 5 feet.
I ready a shot for the
Okay.
next wolf that's
We
immediately
will roll initiative,
hostile.
and then we will ready shots.
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle the direwolf.
All right.
Jesus.
I'm readying
Alright,
an action. I'm readying action. I killed the fucker.
All right,
Where
come on.
is-
+5.
where's my
That
D20?
is a 13 for Josh.
It's a 6 for me.
A 14 for Enthir.
A 9 for Naefir.
alright, I will
jeez.
have to.
Nah, what did you. What?
Was it
Rolled
nat
a nat
Oh,
one,
shit, yeah.
and I've lost 5.
Yeah. Sorry.
I've got disadvantage.
You have disadvantage?
No, I have a disadvantage on my first attack now because I've
Oh, right,
got
because you
done
rolled
that
on that one. I thought you meant you had disadvantage on an initiative. I was
Alright,
like,
cool. So what
bloody
did we
hell.
get?
I got 6.
14.
6,
Josh got 13.
14. What do you get, did you?
13.
13.
Naefir got 9.
And 9. Cool. Gonna roll for dire wolves. Well,
It's is only Naefir away of the 2 wolves like 50, 60 feet away at the minute.
yes,
Yeah,
it would
okay.
be.
Hopefully he shoots them.
Like I gotta say, he's aware of the 4 that are around us, not just the 2 in front.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Enthir would notice as well.
Cool.
Yes. No one else has got a passive perception above 18. Cool. So Enthir, you have the quick drop on them.
Nice. I will ping the wolf on the left that's getting the flank.
Mhm.
Do I have advantage because I'm hidden? / was I hidden?
You roll like a 30 something.
I got 33 and all, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you would, yeah.
Well,
So
it'd be. Would it
we
been
had-
less when I
It would still be
started speaking with
23
animals? We probably.
unless I roll a natural 20 on thingy, he would still be hidden.
Aren't we all hidden though?
For now.
So shouldn't we all get advantage? Or is that how it works?
As
I'm,
soon
I'm
I'm not
as
exactly
firing a
hidden.
shot.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
And I don't
Naefir
know if
wasn't
you two
hidden.
are in range.
And as I'm guessing Naefir moved to a point where he would have probably been out of range. So his spell would have dropped. Oh, it's
It would have
That's
dropped when I
not true.
cast speak with animals anyway.
no, it's not concentration, is it? Or is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is,
It is.
isn't it?
I thought
think
you
it
just
was.
cast it once and then you could
Yeah,
do
I
it for
think
like a certain amount
Concentration
of
up to
time.
an hour.
Okay,
Oh,
so
up
yeah.
to. Right, okay, fair enough.
So
Right,
yeah.
then I still have a 23.
Actually, it would stay up because speak with animals isn't concentration. It just lasts 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Cool. So yeah, it's stay up.
So advantage, yes or no? What does the flow diagram say?
It doesn't give advantage. It gives you plus 10. Oh, you mean for the attack?
Yeah.
for the initiative, I thought.
Huh?
They can't see us. So would we get advantage on that, or because they don't know where they're? I don't know.
That was what I
No,
thought. If he was hidden, you got advantage. Because
Yeah.
that's the whole reason why rogues bonus action hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I got a 17 and 16. I'm just gonna Elven Accuracy just in case I crit. Nope, so 17 plus 28.
Quite easily hits. Yes.
So that's 1d8. 7 plus 5 for 12 damage.
12. Immediately, the wolf on the left is taken out.
Nice.
Naefir, does it say anything as it gets pinged?
I'm dead.
Help me!
Hmm.
I've been shot.
Oof.
Can everyone
Says
just stop getting shot?
Cries and dog.
But yeah, there we go. Boom.
All right. Anything else?
I thought I only got one attack.
Why would you only get one attack?
I thought getting the drop on something gives you just
Nope.
one attack. Oh shit!
No,
I guess
because
I'll.
you cannot ready actions when not in initiative.
Fair enough. I will.
Which is
go
why
for
I
the
said
one...
instead of that we will roll initiative.
Okay. I will go for the one on the right then as well. Get the
Okay,
flanky
take
boy
another
out
take.
of the way.
Were you holding your attack, or was this just your round?
I mean, I just attacked, didn't I?
Yeah, no, but you said you was holding an attack. You never actually specified how you do. Because if you hold attack, you only can hold one attack.
I don't know. I think I originally said I'll hold an attack, so I guess that's just the one.
But then you immediately went and took it anyway. So that's what I'm saying. I was like, you need to specify.
Yeah. Well, they did become hostile, to be fair. Either way, I've done it now, so I won't take a second one. Just that first one.
Right, sorry, I'm back. So you're just taking the one attack.
Yeah, because I did originally say I would hold a shot for
You
when they
can't
become
hold
aggressive.
actions before initiative.
Well, yeah, fuck it. I'll just do the one. Still.
That's what initiative for. But okay, cool.
Yep, fair enough.
Right.
Uh,
DJ.
So I took out the left flank.
Okay. How many wolves do I?
Wolf in front is about 30 foot. One behind that's maybe 15 foot behind that. And the two wolves to the flank, which is now one wolf, are about 40 foot out.
I'm gonna make sure that we're only being attacked from one side.
Also, I think I might change it that if we're doing Theatre of the Mind, I'm not going to be super specific with distances. Just because it's harder to keep track of mentally.
Sure.
And unless
Well-
I have some proper grid in front of me, I might just say immediate distance, short distance, far distance. Yep. Just to save me some brain space and
Easy.
to stop me from resetting the scene every single turn.
Okay. Well, in that case, if I know that there's still one that can flank us, I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I'd
gonna
say
move up.
with your movement, you'd be able to get at least close enough to it to get hit.
Sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna go for 2 scimitar attacks. Boom. That is a 7 and a 2. Oh wait, I haven't put my modifier on. So that is a 11 and a 16.
Both hit.
Beautiful.
Oh, sorry,
So-
no. The 11 doesn't hit. My bad.
Okay.
I was reading
so
initiative and I see.
the one that does hit, I roll my damage and my sneak. That is 4, 8. That's 14. 19 plus 5, which is 24 damage.
Yeah, easy peasy. First swipe, the wolf jumps back and then tries to take an aggressive stance and sprints towards you. As it jumps up, you just impale it instantly, killing it.
Cool. As soon as it goes down, I will dash back with my bonus
Okay.
action and
Cool.
get to back where the group are.
Very
Keeping an
nice.
eye
Oh
on
yeah,
the
you have two
line
attacks.
in
don't
case
you?
anything else comes towards us.
It is now the direwolf's turn. As the one at the front says and shouts towards the one at the back. Alert the Alpha! We have intruders! As this large one at the front immediately sprints towards Naefir, going for the closest target. I'm going for a large bite attack. A natural 1 to hit Naefir.
That does not hit.
Just
Not
hits.
As it immediately comes by, like massive jaw easily enough to take your arm off in a single bite. It's like runs in manically, jumps, tries to bite as you sort of like dodge out the way, and it shoots forward and slams on its side, hitting the ground before spinning around and coming back towards you. The second wolf lets out a few barks and begins to spin around and sprint off in the other direction.
Bjork, Bjork.
Naefir, your turn.
The one that's running, how far
Mhm.
away was it, and how far away did it get?
I'd say it was maybe probably about 25 feet away from you, and it's gone an extra 80 feet. It's gone
80.
like, yeah, it's span around and sprinted off. I lied, 100 feet. So it's about 100, 120 or so feet. Still within your weapon's range.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action disengage from the one that's just lunged at me.
Mhm.
And head straight, like all my movement up towards in the direction it went, and then I'm going to take my 3 shots.
Okay, cool.
All right, so this is with disadvantage, isn't it? So that's a 14 and an 18. So the first one's a 26.
26 will hit.
Mm,
I would say it has, at this point, because it gained the distance, it's got half cover, so it's got +2 to its AC. Because like the underbrush is quite, not insanely thick, but enough to at least deter some stray arrows.
mm-hmm. So the first one's 7 points of piercing damage.
Very nice.
Do all my attacks have disadvantage?
No, it's just the first one.
Okay.
I think it'd be pretty silly if it was all the attacks.
Second one is a 22
22 will hit.
for 8 points.
8 points.
And the last one is a 28 to hit
28, yeah, easily hits.
for 12 plus 5, so 17 points on the last hit.
17 on the last one.
Yes. 7, 8,
Bang.
17.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, firing off, you sort of like lose track of it slightly, and then you sort of like manage to get a good angle, fire your quick 3 shots off, and you do hear it yelp, but you can still hear its heavy footfalls.
Mm-hmm. That's
All
everything
right.
I can do.
And now Sang. You are greeted with the back end of a large direwolf, maybe about 10 or so feet, a couple of steps straight in front.
Right, I'm going to hit it.
All right.
So let's use this. Come on. 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
And then I need to roll an extra d6. 18 damage.
18.
Let me just check something. As I leveled up, I did something, but it's not on my character sheet yet, so it'll be a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to feint attack as the superiority die. I'm going to feint attack. So my next attack will
Okay.
be with advantage, and it's another d10
Okay.
damage, which is 4 more damage. So 22 in total.
Okay. Does feint attack? Does it count as your first attack? You don't actually attack.
It says you expend 1 die and use a bonus action on your turn to feint. Choosing one creature
Okay.
within 5 feet. You have advantage on your next attack roll against this creature.
Okay, cool. So it's a
Yeah.
bonus action. An extra. How much damage was that extra?
I did another 4 damage on the d10.
Another 4. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I will attack it again, but with advantage. So that is. How do you roll with advantage on D&D Beyond again?
I can't remember.
just roll twice.
Yeah, just roll twice if you want.
20 to hit. Dirty 20.
Yep, day 20 hits.
And
Roll your next damage.
that is 18. Drop the dice. Another 15 damage.
15 damage. How do you want to do this?
I'll just break both its back legs and smash its skull in. If
Alright.
that's alright with you.
Yeah. Immediately, you just hammer over the top, like lower it down, and then just smash its legs, crush it in two.
Can I make mental note of where this wolf is so I can come back for it later?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will. Where's the nearest wolf to me? Is it within range of me catching up or not?
The next one is
Miles away.
150 foot away.
Yeah,
Like it's
that's
a
fine. Yeah, I'll
guard
just stay with
couple
the
of
free
turns.
in my turn.
Right, Enthir.
All right. So how you said that the one that ran off that Naefir went after, is that still within range of me?
I think so. Well, your bow's like, yeah.
It's like 600, I think. That's what
Yeah.
longbows are, aren't they?
I'd
150,
say with your
600?
perception, you would be able to still see it. It's going to have 3/4 cover unless you find a way. Unless you want to get closer and within
I
reach.
do have
of
sharpshooter.
Enthir.
Or are you saying it has total cover?
And also, you only have 150 of range. The 600 is with disadvantage.
I've got sharpshooter.
So I get rid of that.
Yep. I can use max range without disadvantage, and I can hit 1/2 and 3/4 cover. I'm pretty sure anyway. I mean, feel free to fact check me. You've got my character sheet.
No, you know it better than I do. I don't use it.
What's that, guys?
So then, about these wolves, eh?
Got one of them pretty easy.
I mean, I think it's
sat on
just.
its
I think it's just. You've just put your hammer on its head and you sat on it.
I mean, it did have its back to you, so they're like, "I am the greatest warrior there is."
Oh,
And
you try and pick
sly
up
shot
Tamriel.
it.
Just seen a message. Josh has BRB'd as well.
No, I'm back.
Oh my god, speak of the devil.
He's our bead.
You're right back, Id.
Right, I'm back.
He's right back. Yeah, you said that had 3/4 cover, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. Sharpshooter, you completely ignore all of that, don't you?
Yep.
That's fine. I guess I was saying it for flavour then.
No, it works for me.
Yeah.
I don't have sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I see it sort of like running off, I'm just sort of gonna focus this shot as I steady him, and I'll make it a sharpshooter for 21.
21 to hit easily hits.
Roll a
Nor do
15.
you either have to roll damage because he has low enough that you're.
Did it have less than 10 by any chance?
Yes, it had less
As
than.
if.
It had less than or equal to 5.
Oof.
So
Sorry,
how do you want
Naefir,
to do
stole
this?
your kill.
As it is like sprinting around, like bouncing over trees and through bushes. How do you thread this shot?
It's sort of going to. It's like in the films, you know, where it sort of slows down and you hear the heartbeat. It's
Mhm.
just sort of going to line up or try to line up through it. It's sort of because it's still got those eagle things on.
Mhm.
It almost
Your
like
eagle
zooms
specs.
in, yeah, and he just sort of like fires it to try and get it to go between like branches and all that good stuff.
Whistles straight past it. Naefir's ear. Right. And you hear a loud yelp, and then a heavy thud. And that's the end of initiative. We'll wait for Josh to get back. Dean, how
I
much
think
longer?
he is back.
Okay, cool.
ERB'd.
Is Dean here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
we're all
How
here.
much longer do you think you can do?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Work out nicely. All right. What do you guys do now?
Follow the regular runoff.
Yeah,
get it
follow the
over.
path.
And
Okay.
he's just gonna go up to Naefir. I guess they weren't up for talking then.
Yeah, they give us enough information. Seem to be
Yeah. You
congregating
were
here.
in their territory. The likelihood of them being friendly at all. Right, so following down the track, you find, just glancing around the area, Naefir, you come across a torn piece of like brownish grey cloth on a branch.
A big piece or just
Um,
little scrap?
I'd say sort of like inch and a half,
Okay.
small piece.
Looks like the Alpha went this way.
You also notice that in this wooded area there is quite a large amount of deer. Not like directly close to you, but like you see like deer tracks and deer droppings, like quite a profuse amount. The amount of
What, like
wildlife within this small wood is insane.
even that's not collating, but like even joining into the mass. Yeah, basically, like everything, even wildlife, or is that like the wildlife of the deer has been scared away?
No, the amount of deer is high for the area.
Okay. Seems to be a lot of wildlife here. Have I actually seen any like deer around, or is it just the tracks?
You have seen tracks and droppings. You've maybe seen one or two deer, but at a
Okay.
distance that it would take you a little bit off the track. And you are moving at. You don't have any sort of set thingies, do you? You don't have a set a favorite terrain, do you?
No, because we went with the whatever
No.
the other one is.
But do you still move normally through difficult terrain? I don't know whether you do. You do get it as having the roving or rover or whatever it's called.
So is it favored for Deft Explorer? I get better skill proficiencies, and then I got the increased movement and the climbing and swim speed. So I don't have.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you're getting further into this wooded area, you are noticing having to step through like muddier patches and over logs, and the terrain is becoming a bit more difficult to get around. As your sort of like progress towards where you're going slows down. Can you make me a survival check?
Survival. Pretty high, so that's a dirty 20.
Day 20, cool. You notice that there are like numerous patches of blood going further towards your location as well.
What, heading in the way that we're going? Like
You're heading the way you're going, yeah.
Okay. I'll say this to the group. I think we're onto something here.
Yeah, as you see like a large patch of blood before maybe 30 foot or so ahead, you see the carcass of a stag.
Does it look like a fresh kill?
Make me a nature check.
Nature. Let's go. That is a 6.
6. It's quite hard to tell. You see, it has like massive claw marks around its neck, though.
Okay. Does the animal look like it was... Has it been eaten or literally just killed and abandoned?
You can see that parts of it have been eaten, but like whatever has taken a chunk out of it hasn't finished its meal.
Say that one more time, sorry.
Looks like parts of it have been like sort of like ripped out and potentially been eaten, but it looks like whatever it was hadn't finished its meal and it's mostly still intact.
Okay. What a waste.
It looks as if
Don't do
anything
it.
it was killed for sport.
Do it.
Does it look appetizing?
That's for you to make that decision.
I will cut myself a chunk of venison
Mhm.
and wrap it up and
Okay.
take it with me.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Let's be having you.
Are you leaving this site as is and carrying on with your goal?
Yeah, like I don't know if we're going to be able to get any information from this. Is there... Did it look like the animal was killed here, or is there blood surrounding as though it like came here from somewhere else?
Naefir had been tracking damage that it had taken, and it looks like. I said, Naefir, you can deduce from it that it had been attacked by something, tried to flee, and seems to have been stopped entirely here.
Okay, so being a sort of a ranger, would I know that it looked like a pack hunt? So, like, say, the weaker animals would have led it, like, shepherded it here to where potentially the alpha could have been, or even like the bigger direwolves, the kind of thing to corner
Potentially,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so I will.
But yeah, it looks as if like how intact the body still is. It was killed in sport.
Okay.
Killed in sport, but not by a human, which means that the animals are killing for sport.
And
Yeah, you
how
can see
big?
that there's a like massive claw mark around from the top of its ear, down its neck, and down its chest, and it looks like its neck is in a way that it shouldn't sit normally.
Does it look like it was like the say the direwolves could have done this, or would it have to have been something bigger?
Maybe a nature check.
Nature is that's a 15.
15. You can see the lead claw marks at its neck has 5 fingers. And its neck looks like it's been, the way it's sort of like been depressing at one point is it's been clawed, grabbed, and had its neck snapped.
Okay. I'll just look to the boys. I think this is our creature. This is not a traditional wolf bite kill. This is most forceful, killed with something's hands.
By this time, you would be sort of too early to mid-evening as well, having spent the last 3 or 4 hours tracking into the woods. So it's becoming a little bit darker.
Okay, I will take this opportunity to light a couple of torches.
Okay.
And I'll hand one to Sang.
Cheers.
Thing I want to do is get caught out in the dark.
All right.
Yeah, we'll head on, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
is there any more blood tracks like going forward, or is it something that we need to look for some fresh set to figure out which way they've gone?
I'd say if you want to make another survival check to see if you can still continue on the path. See if there's any change in
so-
direction. Go for it.
29.
Yeah, 29. Quite easily, you could tell that it still continues to go further back into the woods. Okay, the amount of canine footprints has increased, and you are starting to see that there is a pattern of coming and going.
Is there anything like following us? Have we noticed anything?
I can make me a perception check if you'd like.
Perception. So 21.
21. As far as you could tell, there doesn't seem to be anything tracking behind you. It looks like the wolf that you killed before was what would have been a scouting party.
Okay.
The area as well starts to become slightly more rocky as well.
Okay, I'll look to the guys. Like looks like it's this way. We're kind of getting into their main territory now. It's getting dark, so I don't know if we should proceed. If we want to get them on their ground or lure them somewhere else, is up to you.
Yeah, I said I'd rather not fight them at the strongest if there's going to be, because we don't know how many they're going to be. We might get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I don't fancy taking chances. Could be way more than it seems that there are. Pretty much going on to home ground, don't we?
Think we're already in the home ground. This whole forest is their territory.
Yeah.
How far travel from the village are we now?
We've traveled about 4 hours into the woods.
Okay, so at least we've kind of... We're not far enough out. They probably still could
Is
make
that
it
4
back.
hours at a slow pace? Because like it's difficult
Mhm.
terrain. Okay, so it's not actually that far. It's probably like an hour's like direct travel.
Okay. Which means that if the wolves wanted to, they could probably still get back to the
The
town. So the
farm,
town
yeah.
is still in danger. I think we make sure we don't stray too far away from each other. We watch each other's backs. And we just keep heading further in. We're going to come across them sooner or later.
Well, we ultimately want to find this this alpha, whatever it is. So probably chances, or our best chances of finding it, is to push forward. But just make sure we don't lose sight of each other.
Very well then. I will follow along the track path and lead the party.
All right. So, spending another hour or so tracking, the area seems to get more and more rocky, and you see that there are sort of like small, large rocks with like area to fit things inside. So it could be potential dens for wolves.
Are
At this
the
point,
whole
you come across another pack of 3 smaller wolves patrolling the area.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd like to get down low just so that maybe they don't see me right away.
Mhm.
If I can hide behind a tree and kind of watch which direction they're going in.
Okay. Make me a stealth check, and
Okay.
if you want, the rest of you can as well.
Okay. Stealth plus a. Let's go. That is a 14.
14 total. The wolf in front starts to sniff the ground and then look towards as he goes into more of a defensive stance and starts to crawl towards. What do you do?
I hold my attack. Well, I don't hold my attack, but I ready my sword. I'm not
Mhm.
going to engage it, but if I am engaged, I'm going to strike.
Cool. It looks as if he was smelling the area and has picked up your scent. What do the rest of you do?
How far away is DJ gone?
Maybe about 30 foot or so ahead.
I will probably stay back and just provide support if things go awry.
Okay.
But
I'll
I'll keep
It's
an eye
also
on the
looking that way
situation.
unless, yeah, it's looking that way unless you do something quick.
How many
I
did you
will-
say there were? 3?
3.
Hmm.
All right. Naefir, are you saying something?
I'll notch an arrow, and if it makes the slightest of noises, I'm gonna try and take it out.
Okay, cool.
I will probably follow suit, but on a different one. So like
Okay, cool.
on, because you said there was 3, I'll probably look at the one furthest, or what would seem to be furthest or closest to a den.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you guys want to roll initiative then?
Yep. I'll follow him down.
+5 for
Dirty
a
20 for Josh.
oh jeez 13.
All right.
16.
12. Hey guys, do you remember when I was rolling like 30s for initiative?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Iceland days.
What are you rolling now?
I got a 12 that time. I did roll a 4 though, so still pretty
One
good.
of us. One of us.
All right. So was it dirty 20 for DJ?
16 for Sam.
16 for Sam.
And I'm following DJ, don't know if you heard me.
All right. Naefir, was that? You
12.
get 12. Yep. And Enthir.
Shit, what was mine?
13, what
My
have you got?
I think you said 13, yeah.
yeah, 13.
All right. No. All right. DJ, you seem to have all got the drop on the wolf. They'd picked up a smell and were curious about something, trying to head close towards it. You guys seem to have got the first move. Dar-Jee, what are you doing?
Um, I would like to try and crawl up into the tree. Wait until the wolf gets close, and then I want to drop down from the tree and try and take it from above.
I could knock
Okay.
down the tree with a hammer, and you could fall on it with the tree.
Sang's stealth is immaculate.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you
I
can't
hit
be
it with a
detected.
tree.
You can't be detected if everything's dead.
Yeah. If Sang knocks down a tree in the forest and there are no
Doesn't-
wolves there to hear it, does it make a
Even
sound?
Does the alpha get alerted? No.
Yeah. Hey, cool. So DJ, you climb up a tree, wait for the drop on one of them. Make me a acrobatics or athletics check first.
I'm gonna go athletics. I'm gonna use
Okay,
my.
cool.
I'm gonna stow my scimitars, use my claws, and like pop them into the tree, and
Okay.
like climb up.
Cool. No, I'm. This is for your attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're on the tree now, and you're reading attack. If you roll high enough for the check, I'll give you advantage.
It's 11 plus 9, so dirty 20.
Day 20, yeah. Easy enough. You get to the precise point, you bounce slightly and jump up. Roll your first attack with advantage.
All right, let's go. That is a 28.
Mhm.
And
Easily.
damage, let's go. For 8, 10, 12. That's 15 damage.
Yep. How do you want to do this on the first one?
Just straight out the tree, sword, straight through the neck / head.
Very nice.
And, like try and use its body to soften the sound of my blow, so that I
Mhm.
can like get a clear view of the other one without being seen as
Immediately,
well.
they were only like 10 or so feet behind.
Oh,
You
okay.
you've
So now I
jumped
guess I'm
down
up to the
straight
two.
into the front of two of them, killed one instantly. Swing back, get your scimitars out again for your second strike.
Okay. I go for the second one. That is a natural 1.
Natural 1.
Wrong side of the blade.
Yeah. But luckily, I have a second sword, so
Yeah, as you
bonus
try and
action.
get your weapon out the second one, it just sort of jams in. You went in with that much force that it's stuck in. You spin around, try and go for the swing, and you can't get your arm out in time. As you manage to get it out, you go for your bonus action swing if you're wishing to
My
do that.
second attack is a 21
21 now, yeah.
with a 6 plus 5 for 11 damage.
11 damage. Yep. Take the second one out too, just cleaving its neck off instantly. And there is one left. Anything else you want to do?
I will adopt my own defensive stance, getting low down and holding both scimitars forward.
All right. Sang, you're up next.
I'll run behind DJ and jump over his body with like a sliding
All right. Roll
downward
your attack.
force attack. That is a 22 to hit
Easy peasy.
with 11 plus 17 damage.
Right, swing down, you crush it, its head and most of its body. As the behind of its body sort of just collapses, and the wolves are taken out quite easily. You make a little bit of noise with the heavy slam, but as far as you can tell, there seems to have been no other.
I'm coming in trying to stealthily get rid of these enemies, and Sang just bounds, clomping behind me, jumps in, and just makes a crater in the floor.
Douche.
You know what you signed up for.
Like the trees shake and you hear the birds like doing the thing.
Does he look proud of himself?
Oh yeah.
Good old Sang.
All right.
Are we the
So,
hunters or the hunters?
Who
you
hunts the
get
hunters?
to a point where there's a large number of stones surrounding this area, which looks like the entrance to a cave. This seems to be like whatever the main part of the wolves' den is. What do you guys do?
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, really?
No.
No, absolutely not. Oh, hello.
I would
I
like
stay
to.
behind the full of all of us because I'm not going in
Yeah.
first because I'll just make a massive bang and clear.
I usher DJ to
stay
go
on the
first.
edge. I usher you guys to go first.
Yeah, I was going
And
to say
then
the
like
elves should go
wave in front of my face.
Is Enthir ushers Naefir to go forth, and Naefir ushers
Enthir
Sang to go
also
forth.
waves in front of his face to DJ.
All right, who's going first?
I guess
Who's good
I'll
at
go.
looking?
I'll
Who's
go
good
in
at looking?
first.
Well, I
Actually,
probably won't
yeah,
be able to
first
see in
one.
front of the cave because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, you guys do still have torches. So
So these wolves that didn't see us approaching DJ that's holding a torch right in front of him.
yeah,
It's
it's
flame.
yeah.
Bloody
They
blind wolves.
also they would have seen that, but he hid behind a tree, so he probably would have snuffed out part of it at least.
Just this light blaring behind
Yeah.
a tree. There's something over there.
It must be
Everybody's
my
got dark vision.
imagination.
Yeah,
But I know
exactly.
it's
What
there.
the? What was
It's
that?
fine. It's fine.
Huh, must be my imagination.
Wait,
There's a man
Enthir,
in
do
a
you not have
box.
dark vision?
No,
Yeah, I thought
Wolves
you
do.
did as well.
I don't
It's
have
not
dark vision.
It's not an elf thing, it's the ranger thing.
Right.
Oh, I thought it was an elf thing.
Yeah, elves
yeah.
normally do, but Dan decided he didn't want it.
I wanted trance and something else. I don't remember what it was. Because you did say you wanted to limit elves because
Yeah.
they got like a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I mean,
right,
as
I'll
soon as we
choose
do
this and this.
another campaign or something, we'll swap it back to what it originally is.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Is it because you blended Bosma's abilities with elves'
Yeah,
abilities?
it's
So they
quite
had like double?
complex. Yeah,
Something like
it's
that,
quite
yeah, and it
complex
got pretty
things.
wacky.
I'll go
Okay.
first then.
Cool. So
I'm
Naefir
going
goes
last no matter
first.
what, so yeah.
Do we put the torches outside?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright,
Snuff
let's
them
do
out.
that then.
Yeah.
Maybe we
It
don't put them
might
out.
help
we
if you
just
guys
leave
remind
them-
me that you have torches and things like that.
Yeah, I
Because
think we.
I am going to forget many of these things.
I think we put the torches at the exit of the cave, but we don't actually get rid of them.
Okay, cool.
Oh god.
So we head
Alright, yeah.
inside,
So heading into the cave.
being as stealthy as possible.
All right.
What's
roll a
the
stealth
what's
check
the
then.
cave like in terms of like ceiling space and sort of area? Is it like quite a cramped cave? Is it like high
I'd
ceiling? Is
say
it
it's
wide?
maybe the walls are like
30, 20.
maybe 10 feet, but some of them like go up. It's like multiple rocks that have been sort of stacked to a point. It's not a natural cave. It's just a lot of stacked stones that are creating form of a cave. So there are holes like in the roof, like in what would be the ceiling.
Okay, because I'm just trying to get in, like, I'm just trying to envision if I would actually be able to use a longbow inside this cave.
Yes, I'd say it's probably about maybe 10 foot wide to 10 to 15 foot tall.
I was going to say, I think it's probably more the height because longbows are pretty big.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you can stand up, you can put a longbow in there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
fair
even
enough.
a longbow, like going from like half the length of a longbow, probably isn't much taller than Sang would be. There's like a 2 foot difference between Enthir and Sang.
Jeez.
Good point. Yeah, fair
Okay,
Isn't a
enough.
Aaron.
longbow only like 4 foot anyway? Is it 5?
Yeah, it'd be
They're
4 or
about
5 feet,
5,
something
aren't
like
they?
that. It depends.
Yeah, but
Thing
you
is,
know,
like
you have
quite
to
a few
4 foot
longbows could
4,
be
so
like
it's like 6 foot.
quite a few longbows could be like 6, 7 foot tall. Like a lot of, I'm sure a lot of longbows are like really tall.
Yeah, they are.
Japanese
Because I had a
longbows are
look at this a
massive.
little while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an elven longbow, like made
It's
to
not
fit
real.
Enthir, wouldn't be much taller than Sang, if anything.
A lot lighter.
Now I've got a plate mail bow.
£300 bow. Take out a tank with it.
The bowstring's just a chain.
Yeah. Oh,
Longbow's probably 6 foot tall.
Jeez. Did not know that.
Yeah, they're like person sized.
I mean, a 4-foot bow could be person sized. It's a short person.
An elven.
Enthir, I think Enthir is pretty tall for an elf as well. I don't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, it'd be quite a little bit smaller for Enthir. I'd say elven bows would probably be shorter anyway, because it's a wood elf. It wouldn't be.
They wouldn't make a 6 foot
very-
bow for a 4-foot person.
Yeah,
they wouldn't.
and it'd be quite
Typical.
unwieldy while you're in like wood areas.
More like a composite bow. Wouldn't it?
Yeah. Like I thought wood elves would have smaller bows just for moving around.
Mhm. Well, fair enough. I just wanted the to know what the cave was like. But yeah, I will go in after Naefir.
Cool.
I just didn't want
So-
to be first because I don't have dark vision.
So heading in, they're quite like you are walking past wolves. A lot of them are asleep and don't notice you so far. If you wish to continue deeper, as you're walking by, you count maybe 5 or 6 wolves, with more around. It's like this sort of cave has like multiple chambers, which are sleeping areas, and one looks to be like a feeding area.
Oh no, it's the mountain all over again.
Do you choose to go deeper?
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
say-
keep
would be
I mean,
moving.
we're here, so we have to, right? So yeah, I'd say
not really got many other options, so
cool.
yeah,
It's
might as
either
well.
in or out in it.
Right.
Is it just
As
one long
your
tunnel, or is it left and right? Or
there's sort of like left and right. It's like there's like multiple stones, and the gaps between the stones are creating chambers.
you don't want to get lost. Fuck that.
It's a pretty mad artificial cave.
Mm. As
Man-made
you're
artificial.
walking through, you come to this large central area, where it looks like these number of stones have just sort of like they all meet in the middle. There is like this large sort of like circular area where the sky is completely visible. You see the cloaked figure surrounded by 3 other direwolves.
Before we get started, is there anything to block our entrance from behind so we don't get snuck up on that I can just like barricade for the meanwhile and then move it after? Or
Potentially.
if I have a look about, see what I can find.
I mean, there's nothing to barricade. There are stones all around the place. If you hit your hammer hard enough, you could
will
probably
do.
cause
Yeah,
one.
I won't bother then.
You
But just
bring
like
down the entire cave.
Yep. So there are 3 direwolves stood guard, waiting for you, or at least have noticed you and are not moving.
Yes, I've noticed as well.
As the cloaked figure looks around and looks at you all.
Do we notice it's Tia, or is it a different looking person?
Just under 2 meters tall, familiar looking Nord. Gives you a calm smile
I
before
shout
turning
Tia
around
and over
and
time.
looking up at the moon. Can you all roll initiative for me, please?
Ah,
Oh no!
And we will end session here.
It's Azaru.
I got 14 on Sang.
All right,
I
I will
got a
uh,
19.
24.
give me a second. Come on.
That's better.
We got 42.
And I got 27.
Alright. Not far
Very
off.
nice. So you rolled a 19.
Yep.
Give me a second.
Paul,
Yo.
Tia's patron wasn't her scene, was it?
No, it was Ismir.
Yeah,
All
of course it was.
right. Naefir, what did you get?
27.
Jesus, 27. Cool. Dar-Jee,
24.
24. Enthir,
19.
19. Sang,
5.
14.
14.
14.
All right.
What did you roll out of interest in to get 14?
13.
No.
Then the old Tia is like, "What did you roll to do that? How did you roll to get 14? I rolled a 15."
All right.
Old
We'll end session
Tia.
there, and we will pick up next session.
So eat.
Bum ba dum, bum ba dum, bum ba ba ba